This podcast may contain offensive content. You have been warned. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Diecast podcast. Happy Canada Day, happy 4th of July, and happy summer to everybody that's enjoying this wonderful, wonderful weather, or tremendous and humid heat if you're living in the Toronto GTA area. Oh boy. We are a 5th edition D&D live play podcast. We're currently running through the Tomb of Annihilation, 2 groups at the same time, competing over the same resources, the same guides. Today is a back-to-back Group B adventure as we were dealing with the heist from Nangalore and trying to figure out what to do with the Black Orchid now that they've brought it back to Kirsabal to try and do this ceremony that will let them get to the city of Omu a little bit faster. We're also going to learn a little bit more about Ro, a little bit more about Alethra, and I think everyone's going to get a good chance to say goodbye to Mercy and Dungar, unfortunately. The breaker of knees. How we love you and how we are going to miss you on the adventure. Speaking of adventures, if you want to keep up to date with every adventure, you can follow us on Twitter at Diecast Podcast. We'd love to have you follow us along, and so you can stay up to date on tweets, hilarious memes, and just sharing stories of Dungeons and Dragons. You can also find us on any app that plays a podcast, iTunes, Stitcher, or Google Play. And you can also find us on our own website at www.flyinglizardstudio.com, where you can catch this podcast and our other podcasts like Talking Crit, our recap show for Critical Role. With that little bit of an intro, I think we're just going to jump right back in. The group has landed back at Kirsabal after infiltrating the Hanging Garden of Nangalore, outsmarting the Medusa, Queen Zalcori, to steal her Black Orchid, which was a key element in this ritual that Ashara said would help her get the group to Omu a little bit faster. So I think they got their sights on Omu. Let us jump right into it. I will see you at the break. Welcome to the Diecast Podcast, either episode 22 or 23, depending on how things go, because I might have to switch it around with Group A and Group B. But we are with Group B Adventures today, coming off their second successful heist.
Wait, we had a previous success?
When Franklin
when we first... I don't consider that successful because I had to give back all the good stuff we got out of that.
Not all the good
Except
stuff.
for your slippers.
And the map.
And the map. And
technically on Dungar.
And the dinosaur that you constantly brag about.
That is how we funded our dinosaur.
So you did all right.
Yeah.
Did you take something out of someone's house?
It was a partial success.
Yeah, my slippers.
This was an unqualified success. You're correct.
So you guys launched into the air and began your flight back to Kirsabal with your Black Orchid in place for the ceremony, the Dance of the Seven Winds, to take place to give you guys the ability to fly. And because of the way things have rolled out, I'll just speed of plot you back to Kirsabal as you land that night. When you can fly, it's amazing how much distance you can cover. But also, before we jump in, thank you for listening along. Thank you for joining us on the adventure. We hope you have fun as we get closer and closer to solving the death curse. Blah, blah, blah.
That's a thing we can do.
Possibly. We'll find out. We got our top people working on it.
For the purpose
Where are your top people?
One of them.
What people? Top people.
top creatures.
One of them.
For the purposes of counting, that means that we would have spent one day camping out, and then we would have gotten back to Kirsabal because we were like a 2-day travel, right? Between
we had to sleep on the way there, so I assume we're taking a sleep on the way back.
Have we all healed up and stuff?
Yeah.
Or?
That's why we're asking if we had a long rest.
Yes.
Right. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Well, also
not
just,
that I got touched.
also just for my day count, so I know.
Fighting 20 feet
Doing
away.
the Vondel count.
That's my fighting style. Don't get in a fight.
It's partly the Vondel count, and it's partly.
How do you spell Kirsabal? Like it sounds? K-I-E-R-S-O-B-A-L.
Kirsabal.
So long rest.
Yeah.
Long rest.
Yes, Sabal. Yeah.
All right.
Skyrite was used pretty effectively there.
Yeah. You guys used
we actually used the Skyrite spell.
You also found a new statue at Nangalore. The frost giant standing next to the statue of your...
We did not free him. We learned our lesson.
No.
Do not waste greater restorations on frozen people you don't know.
We did see frost giants earlier nearby Fort Valerian. They've gotten this far into the jungle. They must be searching for something quite important.
So you're saying we could go to their boat and steal their stuff while they're not there?
That was not exactly what I was saying, but I suppose. It's very far away, Durant.
Oh, it's not on the way, to where we're going?
It was on the coast you saw the boat.
It's like basically the opposite direction.
I only really care about the opportunities that are in front of us.
Well, we have quite the
That's something to think about. Giants have all kinds of good stuff.
Omu should be full of incredible treasures.
Wait. You never mentioned the incredible treasures.
The nature surrounding Omu is
you talked about the incredible
treasure.
dangers. I remember that part. But how lucrative are we talking, possibly?
Well, I mean, people haven't been there for hundreds of years.
No.
I think you also know it was called the Emerald of the Jungle and was built on gemstone mining resources.
Gemstones mining, you say? Well, then, we should bring extra bags.
The rape of the earth.
What?
That's dark.
You have a problem with gemstones now?
The mining. Gemstones are beautiful. They are one of nature's great treasures. We should leave them where they are, in the rocks.
Benquin, mining
So
is
the
one of
rocks
the only
can enjoy
ways
them.
that terrestrial races who live on the crust of the planet can see the mysteries of the insides and its inner workings. Have you ever thought about it that way?
I've been in many caves. I didn't have to disturb rocks to get there. I didn't have to cut roads through forests to ship away my dirt.
But how many beauties have you not seen because you didn't dig through the earth?
Sometimes the beauty you don't see is the most beautiful.
That literally is not what beauty means. That's the opposite. You
No.
can't see it. How would you know it was beautiful?
I'm afraid on this point we differ. I can feel the beauty of the earth. I don't need to see it.
So can you feel where there's, say, a lot of gold in the earth?
I have a spell that would allow me to find gold if I needed to, yes.
Good to know. Let's keep that one in our back pocket.
I don't know if it works in the earth, actually. I should do some research.
Okay, well, you get back to me. And you know what? We should give it a test run. I will gladly help you with that. You need any material components or anything for me to get to you? Or, need me to hold a candle or something? I can do that.
If it's locate object, you only get X amount of feet of stone before it just doesn't stop reading.
Yeah. I could find some nearby gold.
That's the thing they call with the
Divination rod?
Yeah.
That's a different skill all unto itself.
Okay.
Also, it had to be a specific object known to me, so if I just say gold, it wouldn't work. It would have to be a specific
your
gold.
pocket would line up. Look at all these gold coins in there.
Yeah.
And
No, but it'd have to be a
all this
specific object, so it'd have to be this particular nugget of gold.
Yeah. Also, if there was a lead deposit around it, you'd be extra screwed.
Oh, but I could give something. I could feed something to a rat, and then I could follow the rat using locate object.
Just do locate creature at that point.
Nah, it's OP.
But you guys make it back to Kirsabal in the let's say early evening as your Aircoa guides drop you to the side of the cliff with a new person who came along for the ride. Actually,
we came back with one more than we left with.
Yeah, actually, probably say your journey has been slowed down a little bit because you had to account for Ro.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Are you saying she's fat?
No, it's just
I'm saying I'm literally an extra person.
Heavy?
He's saying I am literally an extra
That's
person.
100% heavier than no person, so...
Yeah, that's infinity percent.
Yeah.
it's true.
No, it's 100%.
You see the
It's actually undefined.
You can see the sun beginning to
All right,
set.
Mr. Cognitive Science.
All right, rope it in. All right, so you see the sun beginning to set in the west. It's the view from Kirsabal, looking out over the jungle, the rivers, and whatnot. As yellows and reds turn to oranges, blues, and violets. As the welcoming committee, Ashara is out there with her guard to welcome you down. She says, "Welcome back. How did the mission go?"
It was a great success. We have retrieved the object, the orchid, Black Orchid.
Says, excellent. Then come morning time, we can do the who is this?
Oh,
We don't know.
She's kind of a jerk. You should probably keep an eye on your personal belongings when she's around, because she likes to go through them.
That's rich coming from you, Durand.
I would never, sir, ever read someone's personal thoughts and a collection of diary musings.
Several insights.
Such as this person. I'm not lying. I wouldn't do that. I have no interest in that.
Okay.
How would that profit me? I would steal secrets from someone, and I would take a document to sell to someone else.
It's okay, I'm rolling insight.
You can choose either
16.
roll. You can choose to roll deception or persuasion.
I'll roll deception. I'll roll persuasion, which is not as good as my.
This is like
I rolled a 20.
Oh.
Yeah, you believe him.
Well, there are some things, at least you're predictable, only motivated by gold.
One of these days, Franklin, you're going to realize, growing up where I grew up, money is the only thing that matters, because money is survival. You can just live off the land and eat acorns, or like talk bugs into marching themselves in your mouth, or whatever you do to stay alive. I didn't have that option, okay? But I've done the best I can with the hand I was given. This dick over here, who we don't even know, interrupted a fight when we were fighting a troll, then camped with us and snuck into Alethra's diary.
She did help you defeat the troll.
Yes, I still wonder why we agreed to take her into our party.
Oh, because we thought she'd be expendable when we were heisting the Black Orchid from the Medusa.
True.
I honestly was expecting you to die. I'm saying this I'm not hiding this from you. I'm saying this totally in front of Rose's face. We totally expected you to get stoned. In fact, we were kind of hoping it would happen.
You know what? I'm actually not really paying attention to the conversation. I'm actually, just trying to learn to communicate with Dragonbait. I'm just making sure he's okay, and I'm actually figuring out can you sign? And I try some sign language with Dragonbait.
You smell brimstone.
I give Dragonbait a look and make the smell of ham.
He shakes his hand at you, Fenquin, but you definitely smell brimstone.
I give him a little brimstone too.
I feel you. I can't remember what brimstone is.
Oh, well. You wouldn't know. You've never met Dragonbait
I would
before.
know. Yeah. Okay.
This is your first time meeting
and then kind of as I realize their attention is kind of focused my way, is huh? What? Oh, hey, I'm Rolarin. I'm a bounty hunter. And right now, we have some common goals, so I'm sticking around.
Will you be involved in the ceremony in the morning?
What ceremony?
I think we'll have to talk about that. I'm not sure if we're inviting along this reader. Oh, it's terrible.
Yeah, because you love reading.
I know.
It's not
panicked.
really an insult.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you are saying actually it's probably more of a compliment.
I know.
Anyway, you have some very detailed notes. I will give you that. I am sorry about reading it without your permission, but I didn't know you, and I had to make sure that you were telling me the truth.
Still give her some side eye.
You see
Can't you just roll insight?
You see Ashara say well,
What's it?
speed will be of the utmost. So we have laid your companion to rest in our temple. We have
Companion?
Yes, their companion had fallen not too long ago. So we are.
They're talking about Mercy. Our traveling companion who's now dead that you were looking for.
So the body's safe?
Are there any spells that I can prepare that will be helpful on this journey? I must do my preparations tonight for tomorrow. What should we face in this flying journey?
She's like, well, it'll take you about 3 or 4 days to get down there, depending on the weather.
If you don't mind, teacher, I would love to ask some information about our destination, and so that way I can more properly prepare.
Oh, of the city of Omu?
Yes.
She kind of gives a sly smile. It's like, well, you should probably ask Iku about Omu. She's probably the most experienced person about the city.
Iku, have you been holding out on us?
Says, no, I've not been holding out. I've just not been asked.
That is true. I didn't even think to ask you, Iku. My apologies.
No apologies needed. You do see Ashara say, the one thing you do need to know, though, is do not fly over the city. Those gargoyles attack anything that fly over it. They are voracious. If they deem it as a threat, they will assault anything in the sky. So once you get to the perimeter of Omu, please land for your own safety.
That's great to hear.
Gargoyles, you say?
The gargoyles that attacked a couple nights ago.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
yeah,
2-3
we
days
fought
ago.
them on the way there, didn't we?
No, they attacked the city.
They attacked the city. They were the scouts from Omu, Durand. Speaking of, do you have any? When we fought the gargoyles, what I found was that my weapons were highly ineffective, but your attackers were able to chop through them quite quickly. Is there anything that you could provide to us that would help us fight the gargoyles?
Well, the only thing we could really give you is months and months of trainings in the martial arts, but aside from that...
Oh. Well,
I think she meant more like, a magic sword or like, magic wand, stuff like that, right?
Yes, something that would overcome resistances.
Well, we're not a complicated society. We don't have much in the way of magical items. The magic we have is inherent in ourselves or in our training. So we can offer you supplies. We can offer you a restock of the very basics, but we only have pretty much wood and stone weapons to offer you.
Very well. I would love to learn more about your martial arts, perhaps another day, though.
Well, if you make it back from Omu and you've rid the city of evil, then we can definitely offer you a spot inside the monastery. So, but this will be the time we've moved Dungar up to the top of the cliff where you can graze freely and be out of harm's way.
How did you get him up there?
Well, we use magics.
Oh, I thought you had some kind of like elevator.
No, well, I mean, magics could elevate something, I suppose, but it was difficult, but we got him up there. He is safe, but this will be your time to.
Well, we got to go see him.
Yeah, just to
say goodbye.
To say goodbye and say your final farewell.
Not to say goodbye, to say see you later.
But I thought he was free to be his own being and could wander into the jungle, Fenquin.
He is, but we have promised him to return. He is part of our herd.
Oh, I see.
That is true. He does consider you part of the herd.
Wait, he talked to you too?
No, as a DM saying.
I don't know. They could be a druid.
We did not consider freeing him now, although he would probably be very sad for that. He wanted to remain with the party.
You asked him last time if he wanted to go back to the jungle. He wanted to stay with the herd.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You are if you want to go up to say to have a last moment with Mercy's body, you're allowed to do so in the monastery. You have to take your shoes off.
I'm going to go see Dungar.
I'll definitely go see Mercy.
Unfortunately, you have to go through the monastery to get to the top, which means you still got to take your shoes off.
Damn it.
Fine.
Do I wear shoes? I guess my mini has sort of wrapped feet, but...
No, you know what? I'm going to keep mine on. I'm going to roll stealth so that they don't notice.
It's going to be at disadvantage because they have 2 guards outside the door.
Fuck it. I got a 12 and a 16, so a 12 with stealth is 17.
Let's see. That is a 22.
Damn. Busted.
Eagle eyes, man.
All right,
Eagle
as soon
eyes.
as they spot
these
me,
are bird men.
I sheepishly slip my shoes off and tuck them wherever the shoes go.
There's the little cubby holes for just inside the door. But you get brought into the main area, and you can see this beautiful sand design or sand image on the floor. And in the middle of it, you can see this beautiful dark oak table with this light kind of cloth shroud over top of clearly Mercy's body. Is that you just see like this little bit of like gleaming moonlight coming in through the windows, and just kind of like you just see like the dust just kind of hanging in the air. It's very quiet. You hear kind of like the wailing of the wind and the creaking of the wood as it just kind of shifts in ease with the elements on the side of the cliff. You see Ashara say, "Please take as long as you want. We shall begin the ceremony at sunrise, which should be about 5 in the morning tomorrow morning."
Thank you very much, Sarah. If you don't mind, I may come to see you later, though.
She said, very well. Just knock before you enter."
Very well. Alethra sort of solemnly walks slowly towards the body, and just kind of like makes sort of a quiet prayer. She's not overly religious, but obviously lives in a world where gods are distinctly real, and does make some sort of prayers in her head about to her friend who she couldn't save.
Yeah, how about that?
Ouch.
I'm kidding.
Ouch.
It was a blaze of glory.
Should have rolled a 10.
Should have rolled a 10. Yeah.
Even with advantage.
Yeah, even with that just zeroed everything out.
It was
I only
obviously
had
the gods' plan.
The one roll, yeah. it was the story gods, man. That's the way the story had to go.
Does anyone else want to have a moment with Mercy before?
Thinking we'll reach into his herbalism kit and pull out some various spices and sprinkle them over. It says, Mercy, you fought with the strength of a bear and the fierceness of the jaguar, and you will be remembered for your heroism. And I'm sorry that your body was not allowed to decay naturally as it should have. The Oracle will return your body to nature soon, and you will once again be with the mother in her bosom.
Wait, are you seasoning her?
No, these are sacred herbs and spices.
You're going to eat her?
It is the Druid's secret 11 herbs and spices recipe.
Well, I don't think they're going to let you eat her.
I'm not going to...
Don't be ridiculous, Durant. She's not going to eat Mercy.
These are the leaves of the sacred trees of the forest where druids are taken in my land. I have but little left, but Mercy deserves to have a proper burial.
Well, I agree with you. If we are unable to solve the death curse, then we should return her body. But in the meantime, maybe keeping her whole so that she can be resurrected more easily.
Yes,
Why don't you just, cut off one of her toes or fingers? That's all you need, right?
That's way more expensive, Durand.
Oh, there's, levels?
Yes.
There's cheaper ways? Oh, yeah, then let's take the cheaper way.
No.
I don't want to spend too much.
Yeah, difference between 1,000 gold and 10,000 gold.
That's true. Perhaps she can rest here a while longer, though I am loath to play with the forces of nature, so...
Regardless, those were very nice words, Penguin. I'm sure Mercy would have appreciated.
Yes.
Yeah, you did all right. I'm going to go see Dungar.
Oh, I should ask Dungar if he has any words that he would like spoken. I'll come with you.
Ro, is there anything you want to say to
Yeah,
that?
you know what? Is everyone out of the monastery yet? Or
I say everybody except
Yeah, wait,
Alethra still there?
Alethra will stay behind for a little bit.
Okay. You know what? Yeah, as these two kind of clear out, I kind of go in and just walk up to the body and kind of look at it solemnly.
Yeah, it's not fully covered. Like the linen cloth is kind of
Yeah.
see-through. You can make out her features and stuff.
Yeah.
It's definitely Mercy.
Okay, so
And you can also
I guess
see
that's when you finally believe us.
Yeah.
For sure.
and there's very clear a big
Yeah.
slash across her chest.
Okay. Okay, so I stick out my arm and put it on her shoulder. I go, well, Mercy, I hope wherever you are right now, you're relatively at peace. Seems like you had some pretty decent adventure friends with you. I hope you have the information I'm looking for. That's all I really want from you. So.
Alethra hears that and goes, that's all you want from her? That's all you care about, this information?
Yeah, kid. I've been after it for a really long time. Probably longer than you've been alive.
And that makes it right? That all you care from this young, vital person who sacrificed her life to save her friends, that's all you care about her?
You seem to care about her pretty strongly.
Well, you would know. You did read my diary.
Yeah. And, you should do something about the crush you have, by the way.
Shut up. Do not tell him.
Don't worry, he's not around.
No, I mean, ever. I don't... And there's something else that you write in there that you must keep secret.
And what's that?
The offer that Queen Maxinarame made to me.
Is it because you're considering it?
No, I don't... She asked me to keep it discreet, and I would prefer to keep the Queen's confidence.
Okay, tell you what, I'll make you a deal. I'll keep that to myself. You be 15% less abrasive.
10%.
Oh, now it's 20.
15%.
Sounds good. I think you'll grow to like me. I kind of grow on you like moss.
That's very sticky and icky.
But it's moss.
I'm gonna go see Dungar.
I give you both inspiration for the role play.
Good.
Up on the top, surprisingly, you thought you're going to see the top of a cliff and be rocky and barren and devoid of any life. And actually, what it is, it's actually a small little, kind of like an alcove of trees and vegetation. That this is where they do the vast majority of their farming and agriculture up here because it's untouched. Predators cannot get there easily, and you are in direct sunlight the entire time, and you get weathering down. Think of it just like small little patches of kind of like woodlots or forest greens with like these big, loose, not expansive fields, but large enough fields that they grow grains and fruits and whatnot. And you can see Dungar has a wicker basket in front of him full of fruits that he's just mowing down on quite happily.
Hey, buddy! Durand runs up and gives him a hug around his giant head.
Yeah, you're not quite sure the fruits that he's eating, but his face is a little sticky from all the juices.
Oh, man. Oh, you're really going to town there. Oh, man, we missed you. It's been 4 days. How have they been treating you?
He just stops his feet up and down.
I scritch him under the chin.
Dungar, I see you have found a good field to graze in.
He said, yes, there is lots to eat here. They feed me very much.
These are our friends, and they will care for you.
They do. They were very nice. Getting me up here was scary, but they helped make it easier.
You're grunting in dinosaur speak, right? We can't understand your side of the conversation. Okay.
Dungar, I have something sad to speak with you about.
It's like, oh, what is that?
You remember Mercy, our friend, who was with us and who died?
Yes, Dungar's sad.
Today we have rested her in the temple, and we are saying nice things about her, or nice words that we wish she could hear now, even if she may not. Do you have any words you would like me to say to her?
You see him kind of tilt his head off to the side and say, she was very nice.
Yes.
She treated Dungar well and her friends well. Dungar is sad she's no longer part of the herd.
I will speak these words to her in the temple. Unfortunately, you cannot fit, but your words will fit, even though they are much larger than the temple.
You see Dungar kind of give you a confused look as he looks up at you.
It's okay, Dungar.
Durand's just listening to this, not understanding a word of it.
Stamp.
What's he saying?
He has given me words to speak for Mercy. I will go now to speak them over her body.
That's sweet.
Yes, as you walk down, Leather comes up and sees
with Robe. Or did you go up to see Dungar?
Yeah. I let's say I tailed Lethra. I'm maybe I'm keeping pace behind.
Yeah, and it's the stars are falling out. Just like a light breeze, just catch everyone's hair and clothing off the side. Gets a little chilly, but nothing too bad.
I arrive at the temple and I go. Then I bow and walk out.
Inspiration.
Yeah, that's been awarded if you didn't.
That's amazing.
I would have called shenanigans if you didn't get an inspiration.
Yeah, somewhere off in the distance, everyone up on the top of the cliff in the agricultural land just kind of hears
It's the most touching eulogy I've ever heard.
All the dinosaurs are weeping.
the day the dinosaurs cried.
That's right.
Such eloquence.
All of dinosaur kind, Mrs. Mercy.
I'll sketch the underside of Dungar's.
Well, it looks like they're keeping him well fed.
Again, your hands are a little sticky just from all the fruit juices.
I wipe it on this leather armor that I'm still wearing.
Ro kind of walks up to Dungar. Is like, hello there, buddy. Looks like you were the one I was following. And I kind of, put my hand out like with the dog. And
it's kind of cautious at first. Doesn't really.
Yeah,
your animal handling.
Animal handling for sure.
That's what this is for.
Do I? Oh no, I'm not trained in it, but I still have a +3 in it. Jesus.
All right, give me a roll for it.
Yeah, a ranger with a bad animal handling.
11.
11. You see Dungar kind of reel back a bit. Doesn't take a swipe at you, but is kind of apprehensive towards the new person.
Yeah, we're not sure if we really like her either, buddy.
Leather smiles for sure.
Okay, buddy.
You may still have kind of that troll smell on you.
Oh, is it the troll smell? Okay, I understand. Buddy. We'll work on that. And I kind of, I guess I go off and enjoy the view.
It is, and it is the top of the cliff is quite beautiful. You can actually see the other side of the mountain range as well, out to the east as well.
Don't forget, you can always cast guidance on yourself with those
Oh!
things.
Yeah, I forgot to do guidance.
Too late.
Yeah, too late.
Too late.
Next time. Just write guidance in capital letters at the top of the page.
Yeah.
We'll get a big neon sign for
Yeah,
you.
or else always have your D4 in your hand.
Just always,
We'll make a T-shirt for you. Always cast guidance.
always
Yeah.
good.
It took me some time.
Oh, we can sell that. We can sell that on the website.
So yeah, you guys are on top of the cliffs, overlooking. If you look to the west, you see jungles and rivers and stars. If you look over to the east, you see jungles, rivers, and some oceans, and some valleys, and some bridges.
Well, I'm gonna make a perception check with disadvantage because I am a human.
At nighttime. Which way are you looking?
I'm gonna look towards the ocean and I get a 10. No, sorry, I get a 9.
You get a 9. Yeah, it is.
It is as described.
It is as described. A series of canopy tops. There's a break every now and then, but
I see Alethra, like, looking around. I'm like, what are you looking at? I'm also going to make a perception check. 10.
10. Yeah, it still looks like.
What do you, it's, I mean, I know it's a lot of nature. I never thought I'd see this much nature in my entire life, honestly.
It's pretty breathtaking, actually. Very few humans have ever seen this sight.
It's okay. Be a lot better if there were more cities out there.
Well, it's a place that used to have quite the empire.
So what happened to all the people here anyway?
I don't really know.
I mean, obviously they're zombies now, but like, how?
That's part of what we're here to find out. I mean, I learned that it was Raznisi who rose and controlled all these people. But then I learned that Raznisi was a Yuan-Ti. And while it did maybe have attachments to the undead long before, maybe forsook those gods and pursued a different path. The information is conflicting, which is why I think we should finally get the story from Miku.
Wizards, man.
Well, he was a paladin, actually.
What?
Yeah, he was a fallen paladin of Mesro.
I really haven't been paying attention.
Well,
but I'm counting on you. I'm counting on you to keep the notes and let us know what we got to do. You're. I don't know if you know this, Alethra, but you're the one the group looks to.
I have sort of gotten that impression. It's a big responsibility.
Nah, not really. I mean, if everything goes bad, everyone dies.
That's what I mean.
No different than living in the gutters, believe me.
Well, except for the lack of showers and baths. I do miss those.
Yeah, you are a bit ripe.
You know, river. Right back at you.
I smell like roses and lavender.
Just because you're half elf doesn't mean you're
you're half smelly.
You're not half smelly.
I always thought I was. I thought that was part of it.
No, that's just the trancing. No, you don't trance. You just have Fey Antrasty.
Yep.
I think we should bring Duran, get Fenquin, and finally go talk to Iku and finally learn more about her.
So are we sure we want to bring along this bounty hunter?
I'll keep you alive from however.
Stop eavesdropping! You're creepy!
You're really loud.
I'm not. I whisper.
Wait, I should roll a perception on that. 6 perception. 9. No.
No, you don't hear
Yeah. Okay, you actually were quiet.
RPVP.
Artus said that Ro was brave when Dragonbait got caught by the Medusa. That Ro's first thought was to help someone else before herself. That does give me some confidence that in a fight she would maybe do the same for us.
Sounds like a sucker.
Well, those are also useful, as we've learned.
They definitely are. Suckers are my main source of income. Where they were back in the day.
Remember when this was about dinosaur racing?
I gotta tell you, Alethra, I kind of miss it. I miss Baldur's Gate. I miss running my corner game. I miss not being in mortal peril every day of my life.
I agree. I often miss the time I spent in the library, studying notes, collating. It was...
Wow, that's just like what I said, except boring.
It is.
So,
This
Ro,
is also...
Yeah.
Ro kind of walks up and says,
Oh, I miss it.
Ro walks up and says, well, considering how green you guys are and how unprepared it seems you are for the jungle, it'd probably be best if I do stick around. I'll probably keep you alive.
We've been fine keeping alive so far. Obviously, we're still here.
Yeah? And where's Mercy?
She died so we could live.
Yes.
Means we're better at surviving than she was.
Anyway, listen, we have some similar goals, so I'm sticking around. I'm not going anywhere. And honestly, you need me. So I'm going to choose to stick around, and we can work on our interpersonal skills as we go along.
Yes.
Yeah. You know what a good start with that would be? Not butting into other people's private conversations.
I would have to agree with that again. See? Less abrasive.
Well, you were having an incredibly loud conversation.
I'm not that loud. Penguin's a loud one.
He's got a very large voice box. Well, speaking of Fenguin, let's go get him.
Right. I'll give everyone, Tom, Miles, and James, inspiration for the RPG.
I'm soaking it up.
Okay, when we turn to like go off and meet Fenguin, I'm gonna walk up behind Ro and try to pick her pocket.
Oh, okay. I guess this was
Actually,
passive perception?
It's still sleight of hand, so you make the same roll, but I'm not
Okay.
actually gonna try to steal anything. I'm gonna try to like go through her pouches and pockets and figure out what she's got on her.
I'd say because he's behind you, it would be passive perception.
Passive?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Sleight of hand. 14 plus 7 is 21.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
13.
So essentially, you rifle around.
Let me see your character sheet. I want to see what you're
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, Alethra, you give me a perception check.
Yeah, I might see.
Well, I mean, I don't know if I have maybe hand notes.
I just want to know what you've got.
Oh, also, it's nighttime, so it's a disadvantage.
Right.
They're both 4s, so it's 7. I don't see anything.
Sometimes I don't want to see things.
Yeah. This has been willful ignorance.
Oh, the contract.
Yeah, the bounty contract.
You've got some
One second.
papers on you.
Yeah,
some
the bounty
alchemist
contract.
tools.
One second.
Second set of clothing. I'm not reading it right now. I'm just finding out what.
But if you
in your
wanted to,
pockets.
because I
Herbalism
obviously...
kit.
We've already read it. So
Yeah.
we
Oh,
got
yeah.
25
Yeah.
gold, dead, and a bunch more with alive.
Not a lot of gold. Some healing potions.
Oh, you know what? Let's say, hang on. Let's retcon this a little bit. Some of the notes I have. Let's say that they are notes about leads and things like that. So if I don't know if you want to read the background.
No, I'm not reading the papers. I'm just finding out what's in your pockets.
If you hold on to them.
You're like, all right,
I
all
found,
right,
yeah.
2...
I found it. You've got some scrolls. You've got some papers.
Yeah.
You've got this. You've got that.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, definitely 2 rapiers. I saw those earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fenguin, you see, actually, funny enough, Ro come in first, followed by Durand and then Alethra into the temple area.
Hi, Durand. Hi, Fenguin, sorry.
Happened a lot the past couple
I know.
episodes.
I always
I
do.
don't know how Durand looks at like up at Fenguin and like down at Leather. I don't know how you keep getting the two of us mixed up.
You see,
I'm obviously the handsome one.
you're heist bros.
Maybe that's the reason. I hope not. Oh, God. I think it's time that we finally ask Iku more about herself, and I was hoping that you would join us for that, since you share such a rapport.
I would like to learn of Iku.
Ooh, we should make a dinner and get some candles for you guys and some nice wine.
Why would we do that?
But also, we'll be there.
Yes.
I mean, we could sit at a separate table.
Why would we not want to sit in a well-lit room? Or under the stars, for that matter. Why have lights at all? Good thinking. Let's go in
It's
the
night.
darkness.
We would need a candle for the room to be lit.
Let's not go in the room then. Let's sit outside and let the moon light us.
Good idea. Even more romantic. I like the way you're thinking, Penguin.
What is romantic about the moon?
Literally everything.
Like literally everything. Do you know how many poems alone have been written about the moon?
No.
Like tons. I mean, I don't know.
Do not waste time with
But
poetry.
back me up, Alethra, right? Poems, moon.
Oh, yeah, like...
Songs?
Electra
balanced
rolls
stories.
a 16 history check and is like, oh, I know at least about 4,800 different poems that reference the moon.
Wow,
The only poetry I need is the crickets in the trees
I know of them.
and the fields. Crickets live in fields. Sorry, I misspoke first.
Oh yeah, let me ask you something, Fenquin. Earlier, you were happy to see Fenquin not Fenquin. Dungar is doing so well, aren't you?
Yes,
That
he's
he's
doing
so
quite
well fed. Yeah, and do you know why he's so well fed? Why these people are able to keep a huge dinosaur like that fed and happy in one place without him needing to
Because they live at the top of a large mountain, and
because
nature
of agriculture, which is a technology that is used to shape nature to people's will and to make it perform better than it does on its own. What do you think about
he's
that?
living in a field. It's a simple.
A field that is tended by people and farmers. You think all those vegetables just grew by themselves in the wild?
It was a tilled field.
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
Well, no. But
Agriculture is a good thing.
it is a thing. I agree it is a thing. But the
Animals
disruption of
benefit
nature-
from it just like people do.
Dungar would not need to be in a field if he was able to roam free as a dinosaur.
If he could roam free in the wild as a dinosaur, he would be prey for other dinosaurs.
Dungar is prey for no one.
Well, yeah, because he's a badass.
Yes, Dungar can protect himself. He's a strong, independent dinosaur.
You can still grow spikes.
One day he's going to
Not
grow
growing spikes.
beautiful spikes.
No spikes. I will trim them myself.
Man, you guys and your selected evolution, man.
If Dungar had not been enslaved by the merchants of Port Nyanzaru, he would be a wild and free dinosaur and would need no tilled field to live in.
And we never would have met him. And he never would have become part of our
And
pack.
he would have been so better to have been in nature. That is a desirable thing. I agree. We would never have met him.
No, the opposite is true. He's part of our family now.
Now he is, yes, but he should be part of his family, a dinosaur family, the family of nature. He should be with the mother in the forest, and
Shouldn't
not
he be with who he wants to be with? And didn't you say that he wants to be with us?
Yes, I agree now that he is after
Now
having
is the only
been.
time that matters.
I believe that Dunbar would have been happier had his nature not been interfered with thusly. He should have been left to his own devices.
I think you're wrong. I think he's happier with us than he ever would have been wandering around on his own, searching for food, not knowing where his next meal was coming from, and being prey for other giant sharp-toothed dinosaurs that want his meat.
You sound like someone who's never actually spoken with a dinosaur. I mean, you've spoken at dinosaurs, but have you ever spoken with a dinosaur?
No, the answer to that is no.
I do, and that is why your remarks have no bearing on my thought processes.
Great. Good to know. Where did you land on the whole agriculture thing? I just want to be sure about that. We know your feelings on architecture and, just about anything that people do for fun.
I think it's
Except for drinking. You really like drinking.
I think it's funny that humans take credit for the plants that grow in their fields. It's the plants that grow there.
Farmers cultivate. I mean, I've never done it myself, but I've heard. Farmers cultivate fields. They grow more of the plant than would have grown on its own.
And they do that by killing so many other plants. Every other plant that would grow there, they kill.
Isn't that nature?
No, it makes the plants weak. Plants should be allowed to fend for themselves.
For a druid, I don't think you know what you're talking
A
about.
plant from a tilled field placed in a forest would be killed in moments because it is lazy and fat from the fertilizer and the efforts of the farmer to protect it.
What are you talking? Plants can't fight or defend themselves.
That's
that is,
distinctly untrue, Durant.
I'm talking about crops. Okay?
I'm
not talking about those Venus flytrap things that Joe Ball has.
Those are true. Oh, the nature of those. They're deadly and fierce.
Exactly. Nature is red in tooth and claw. Would you agree with that?
I feel like this is going to go on
Nature
for a
is
while.
what?
Hey, Lester, you want to go grab a drink somewhere?
I'm definitely going to go find Iku now.
I'd like to see a potato plant from this field here fight against a man trap. Wouldn't last a second.
That's because it's inanimate. It can't move.
A man trap can move.
Which puts it in a different class of being than a potato.
No, they are both plants. And you and I are both in the same class. We're all the same.
A sheep and a wolf are both animals, but one is a predator and the other is not.
Yes.
Great. Let's go see Iku.
That just got resolved.
It's Durant's hobby to just try to take the piss out of your ridiculous beliefs.
I was going to say, no, Fenquin has physically fought plants that moved and tried to eat them before.
Yeah, we were talking about crops.
Yeah.
You went on a tangent.
All right.
Where do we find Iku?
Iku, actually, you asked around, she's actually bunked up with Ashar, her old friend.
Oh, perfect.
Ooh, you don't say.
I'll approach Ashar's residence.
Yeah. You notice it actually looks very similar to everybody, like the other buildings. It looks a bit more well taken care of on the outside, but you can still see some signs of age and weathering. And as you can actually smell something being cooked on the inside, and the lights are on. Like there's actually movement going back and forth, and they're clear. Like two people are clearly having a conversation in a language that. What languages does everybody speak?
Common, Elven, and Fiendish.
Common, Elvish, and Gnomish.
I think Common, Elvish, and
Giant.
Sylvan.
We all have
you also have Giant.
Giant.
Yeah.
Common,
So
Sylvan.
common
Elven is like really.
So I know the most. Common, Dwarven, Elvish, Giant, and I know most of Jolton now.
Yeah.
For my 2 weeks of study.
I think when they're speaking Sylvan, you understand it.
Oh, I do. All right. I guess this would be druid talk.
Is Ashara an Arakoa?
Yeah, she's like the patriarch or the matriarch. Did I get that right? Matriarch.
Yep.
Matriarch is female. Yep.
Yeah. They're having a conversation about Iku. Like she's essentially it sounds like she's giving Iku a hard time about not being upfront or honest with the group she's currently with. And Iku saying that she has some reservations about their ability to do good. There's people she trusts in that group and others she doesn't. But the fact that Artus and Dragonbait are with them, that she now feels more confident to lead them to Omu. That type of stuff.
I nod.
I'll knock on the door as requested.
Yeah. You see a shark and like, oh, you're all here. Okay, well, come on in. As you come in, you notice that as you look in the center of the floor, there's actually a big gaping hole in the middle of it.
Oh my!
So please mind the
Moon
floor.
door.
It actually looks like it's just from disrepair.
Oh, okay.
That's not as fun.
She says, please mind the floor. Usually people who fly come in here, so it's usually kind of like this old lady likes to take the fast way out instead of coming down the stairs and whatnot. But as you look down, you can see it drops almost about 700 feet straight down.
Through the floor of her house.
Yes.
I see you don't get many human visitors.
It's like, no. Anytime I visit the princess, I go up to her quarters to do like it's a very weird sensation or responsibility.
Is that your door? Like for your flying? Like you can get in and out that way?
Oh yeah. I mean, if you can fly, you don't really care about floors.
Good point.
I'll definitely stay away then.
She's like, tell you what, let's all go upstairs where it's a bit more safer and no one can trip or fall or
Plummet to their horrible death?
yes.
Or even drop a small personal item.
She's like, honestly, I lost an earring about 75 years ago. I still have not found it.
As long as we're not interrupting.
Like, oh no, it's just having a nice conversation with Iku. Everyone, give me an insight check.
17.
I rolled a 20, so I got 21.
18.
15 or higher.
5.
Everyone's strong except Fenquin. You're
Yeah.
not paying attention.
Iku looks a little uncomfortable that when Ashar guides the attention towards her. As you all climb up the ladder to get up. So it's actually quite a nice little warm. It has like a little warm little hearth fire area. There's clearly some tea and some stewed vegetables being brought out, and she welcomes.
Is there
you.
a chair and a table?
Yeah, there's like a whole.
Duran flops into the chair, puts his feet up on the table. And
There's no
leans back.
table. It's actually just like kind of like a circle of like chairs, very rudimentary. Like
He stretches out as much
This
as
may
he
be
can.
where she would do her teaching.
no, this is actually like her own. It looks like her own personal rest
Okay,
area.
cool.
She says, what can I help you with? We have a big day ahead of us tomorrow.
2 sugars, cream, please.
Sugar, cream.
For the tea.
We just serve tea.
I'll take tea then.
Very, very well.
Well, I was hoping to ask you and Iku more about what we might expect in Omu. And also if you could maybe corroborate some of the information that I learned back in Port Nyanzaru. The cover-up of history, I like to sort fact from fiction as much as possible.
She says the Shar's like cover-up history. Well, there's been no real cover-up history of Omu. It's just kind of been forgotten by history.
Well, what I learned in Hisari is that agents had actually. I'll dig through my.
She's got this whole theory, like it's a whole thing.
I'll dig through my my books, and I have this letter. No, that's not it. That the journal that I found in Hisari that like has these entries.
Yeah.
And it's like, see this. Well, I believe he was an elf. His corpse had long decayed, and he was involved in spreading misinformation about Mesro and Raznisi and possibly other things.
Well, yeah, that sounds like it's connected to Mesro, and this is all new to me. I didn't realize that the Mesorites were trying to conceal themselves. But Omu is not Mesro. In fact, they're two different empires completely.
Well, the existence of Omu was covered up also in this, I believe.
She says, well, that, from the scouts we found, is that the people of Omu did that themselves, we think. We're not entirely sure.
Wait, I thought you were the people of Omu.
No, we are not.
No, so they're just housing the former monarchs of Omu.
Yeah.
Right.
So they're in exile, and the Arakoa taking care of them essentially.
Yeah.
Which is interesting trust, because like they are unaligned to them, or were aligned to them, I guess hundreds of years ago. So, what do you know of Raznisi?
She says, well, Raznisi was the former beret of Mesro, from what I remember.
That is also what I learned. And did he raise the undead army?
He did raise the undead army. He raised almost an apocalyptic force of the undead. But he was defeated outside of Mesro, though.
Is that when he turned to the Yuan-Ti and changed his body?
He says, well, that we don't know. We thought he was slain, but my guess is that he somehow survived and is now thrown in with the Yuan-Ti. Like, if he's gone through the ceremony to change himself over, who knows what his mindset is now.
I wonder what terrible gods led him there.
Said, well, if it's the Yuan-Ti of Chult, then it is Dendar the Night Serpent. They actually believe that there is a gate to Dendar underneath the Peaks of Flame, which is why they've holed up inside Omu for the past 50 years or so.
Really, he's been there that long?
Oh yes, he's been there quite a long time.
Oh, I see. Yes, I also learned that there is a fire newt maze that connects Omu to Hisari and Hakanar.
I see the map.
Yeah.
It's a fire newt maze. What do you mean?
A connection, a lava flow connection that indicated. I saw a map that indicated various stops on a red path.
You see Ashar completely confused by this. She's like, wait, so the fire newts have their own roadways?
Yeah, it's a whole thing. Like, they swim through lava so nobody else can get through it.
You see her kind of like scratch the top of her brow. She looks kind of sullen. It's like, well, the fire newts have always been fairly quiet. You only ever see them on the sides of mountains and volcanoes, so they usually don't wander into the jungles too much. They usually keep to themselves. So it's, I guess it's possible, but we've never explored all the volcanoes or mountainous regions of the peninsula.
Iku, your friend Musharib, his ancestral homes were stolen by the fire newts.
He says yes, he desperately seeks to reclaim his homelands from the fire newts, and if it would explain how they snuck up on the dwarves, because to assault a dwarven mountain complex is almost impossible from the outside, but if you can do it from the inside, like Hakramar was a mining facility. They cool it. In fact, their main production was adamantine.
Oh,
and you could only use the hottest lavas to liquefy that stuff.
That would have been a sweet get for my armor gear.
GM Sint, you want to see the armory in there.
Yeah, I bet. Oh my god. Perhaps the fire newts there found something. There was an ancestral forge that they took over, if I recall correctly.
Well, the forge at Hakramar is legendary in Chilton legend. Like only the best weapons and the best armor was crafted in those mountains.
Well, that gives me something to understand when I meet Raznisi. Do you believe he was a tabaxi?
I don't know. I think he may have been human. It's hard to say. You see Ashar say he was human. He was definitely human. This may be part of the muddling of history.
Yes, I do agree that where I learned most of my information about Rasnisi was in the Journal of Jobal, and were I to cover up history, I would definitely target the library of a merchant prince that majored in sellswords.
As soon as you say Jobal, you see both of their eyes just give an epic roll, and Iku says Jobal is a fool.
I know he's the worst, right?
He's an adventurer who got lucky in the jungle and bought his way to become a merchant prince.
And stole, I imagine. He stole from us without any compunction.
It's possible. Jobal is he's not smart, but he is conniving. He knows when to take advantage of an opportunity. He's not it upsets me that he made it to the position of a merchant prince inside Port Nianzaru.
He likes opportunity, eh? Durand starts forming a plan.
Forming a plan.
I see that.
I see you forming a plan over there.
It smells like two Metal Gears just burning against each other.
Grind.
There's smoke.
Everyone check your wallets.
We should definitely pay him a visit if we ever get back to Port Nianzaru.
Well, the unfortunate thing, he is quite wealthy and has definitely hired some extra help from outside the city to stock up and guard the merchant prince villas.
Oh, there's always ways around security.
His is very good.
So, Iku, tell us about Omu. How have you been there?
You see, she kind of like sinks her shoulders and looks like she's about to finally relent. And she says, "I have known about Omu for a very long time now. Some things, when we get there, I will reveal more things to you just for the sake of safety and security. But I've explored these jungles for most of my life and have been trying to find a way to, much like Ashara here, to rid the evil out of Omu. The evil that lies in Omu is a threat to the entire jungle, threat to the entire peninsula, threat to everyone on it. I've been trying to find people who can go in and rid this evil, people who are good enough and worthy enough to take on this task."
So why are you traveling with us?
Lethra made a good pitch. You have to take a chance on people sometimes, and from what I've seen, there have been moments of good and moments of severe questioning that I've done. And I will be honest, Fenquin and Alethra were for the most part the people I believed in the most. Mercy and yourself, Durand. It is hard to put the faith and trust of a continent in someone who only cares about themselves.
Iko, you wound me.
Am I lying?
Look, everyone's got to look out for number one.
A sword has an edge, but we carry it because we can wield it well. This is how I feel about Durand.
Thank you, Fenquin.
But
That's probably the nicest thing you've ever said to me.
And you see if Iku turned to Fenquin, and if he had to make a choice, whether it would be the good and just, if he had to choose between the continent being alive and protected or his own life, which do you think he would choose?
Yes. That is an obvious answer.
I'm not so sure. Durand, what do you say?
Of course I would choose myself. Are you crazy? I look directly at Iku and I'm like, look, heroes are for fairy tales, okay? The only people who act like heroes in real life are fools, and they end up dead. And dead is no good to anyone.
But you know that our mission being successful here is essential to your survival.
It's the only reason I am here. Because someone has leverage over me. And as soon as I can get out from under that leverage, yeah, you're damn right I wouldn't be here. I'd be somewhere else. You think it's fun traipsing around the jungle, putting ourselves in deadly peril every day? Of course not. But I do it, and I do it with a smile on my face. Because that's what the gods have put in front of me, so I've got to deal with it.
Fortunately, I would have no trouble making a decision between Durand's life and the fate of the world.
Thanks, buddy.
She says, but it is the fact that we've run into Dragonbait and Artus that I feel confident, because I feel that their hearts and their souls are pure and righteous enough.
As a tree cannot choose where it is planted, it must grow on the hill that it lives on. So must we work with the group that we have been given.
I feel the exact same way.
She says, and you could say, like, I have been holding back about the location of Omu, but I have to make sure I don't want to throw your lives away into something pointless.
See, that's the kind of thing I can get behind. It's so weird, Iko. Half the time you're just talking gibberish, and then the rest of the time it's like you're in my head.
Well, I'm glad I went to see you that day in Port Nianzaro, Iko. Without your guidance, we wouldn't be anywhere. And sometimes you remind me of my favorite professor from school. I feel I have much to learn from you as well.
So I think we have much to learn from each other, but rest assured, I will give you the whole story once we get to Omu.
Keeping secrets, yeah, that's a totally good thing to do.
Yes, it is. Sometimes, when keeping the secret keeps others safe.
If you don't mind asking a few more questions.
She said, sure.
The evil that we'll meet there, do you mean Rasnisi or something greater?
You see her kind of say, it's something greater. It is related to the death curse. Rasnisi is connected to it and a threat to the jungle, but it is this thing that I've discovered that is being called the Soulmongerer.
Soulmongerer?
Are you going to tell us about like what it is before it tries to kill us, maybe?
So, well, I don't know much about what it is, but I believe it is a device that is collecting the souls of people who die.
This sounds like a true crime against nature.
Sounds priceless.
It sounds priceless, and I believe it is also collecting the souls of people who die across multiple realities.
Chico, what?
Ooh. Can I do a history check on Soulmongerer?
No.
This
is
too deep? Yeah,
this is new information for you now.
Okay. Yeah. So you're saying it's capturing souls, even of people who have recently died?
I believe so. Yes, from what I've been researching.
So if we could release the souls from this soulmonger, these people would come back, or they would be able to be resurrected.
They would have the choice to come back. Yes.
Okay.
I believe essentially think of it as a prison cell for souls.
This sounds a
Who would build
lot
such a
like
thing?
exactly the cause of the death curse. You knew what it was the whole time, and you didn't tell us?
I've had my ideas, but again,
You know how many books she's read?
I don't want to throw you at something I don't think you can handle.
Look, we can't handle practically anything we run into. but
Durand, let me put you in the situation then. If it was a choice between killing yourself and saving the world from the soulmonger, or walking away and the soulmonger still exists, what do you choose?
What good is a world without me in it?
And you see, kind of like lift up her
I won't
hand.
answer that.
It's like in
To
this,
me, obviously, Fenquin.
Well, but
because you may be forced into that position.
Well, let's hope it doesn't come to that. Plenty of other people here, I'm sure, are willing to make a heroic sacrifice.
Well, unfortunately, the person who did is capable of that already did that.
Well, and you had your doubts about Mercy, and she herself did sacrifice herself in a great cause. I hope that equally you'll be able to see that, or as a group, we'll be able to make the sacrifice play.
My life is forfeit anyway, having been thrown out of the forest that I used to live in. That was so beautiful.
So, you see, you could like kind of get frustrated. Like, I don't want to see anybody die, but these are extraordinary circumstances, and they may require extraordinary actions.
And you have here extraordinary people willing to do those things for you.
Yes, I hope our heist at the Hanging Garden shows that when we are prepared, we can achieve our goals.
Sidebar, why do we keep using the word heist all the time?
That's what that was, Fenquin.
Wasn't it really an adventure or a mission or something?
That's what heists are. They're all of those things all bound together with the added bonus of treasure at the end.
You see, you can kind of like, no, that was kind of a heist. That was
It was great, wasn't it?
We don't have heists in the forest where I come
Didn't
from.
we have a great time? I had a great time. That was
aside
some of the
from-
most fun I've had in ages.
Artemis being turned to stone, I suppose it was okay.
I haven't had that good a time since you stole all that stuff from Jobal.
Rose says, trying as hard as you can not to get anyone killed gets everyone killed.
Thanks, party pooper.
I will swear today that my life means nothing until this curse is lifted, and I will die in the attempt if I must.
The best thing to do is to go in with eyes open. We know what we need to do. We know how dangerous it is. If we're all going, that means we all accept the risks.
We don't know what we need to do beyond go to Omu.
And clearly the soul-mongering thing needs to be destroyed or the souls need to be let loose.
Yeah, you're right. Great plan. Go to Omu, destroy the big bad evil thing. I like it.
I doubt it'll be quite as easy as that, but...
It was sarcasm. It's a little light on details, this plan.
Oh, I agree.
Well, we know what's in Omu for the most part. We know the Yuan-Tai are there.
The Yuan-Tai, the gargoyles, and presumably some undead.
Some undead for sure, and let me tell you about the other things that are in Omu.
Ooh.
Well, there's more.
How many things? Jesus just starts ticking off.
So many mummies.
Oh my God.
You see,
This can kill you, that can kill you.
They're my favorite enemy.
Ashar says there's actually a colony of grungs that lives in...
A grung colony.
Filthy grungs.
Oh, they're the worst. They poison you all the time.
I still have some of their poison. I've never really used it.
Oh, yeah, it's quite dangerous.
The grungs are the snare frogs?
Yeah. The tiny... oddly enough, the episode where Group B deals with the grungs just aired this week.
It was glorious.
In synergy of the podcasts. And time delay.
And you say, and it's not... There are other adventuring groups that have found their way into Omu. They do not last long, though.
So what you're saying is...
We should sneak.
We can find their stuff, too.
Well, the Yuan-Tai usually capture them and capture them as slaves.
Probably turn them into more Yuan-Ti.
Yes. Or
Say
use
what?
Or use them for their dark rituals to summon Dendar, the Night Serpent.
Yes. Abominations against nature, all of it. We should put a stop to it.
They are truly monstrosities.
Yes, it is. It's almost as like they're being drawn to the city, and the Yuan-Tai just reap the benefits of it.
Well, I'm looking forward to putting down those Yuan-Ti. From what I saw in Nasari, they have killed hundreds of thousands of people in their quest to free Dendar.
And we hope that when Omu is very close to the peaks of flame, if there is any truth that the gate to the Night Serpent lies underneath those volcanoes, and who knows, maybe if they capture a fire newt, maybe they may find out that there is a highway to get underneath those mountains.
Oh my gosh. That is truly frightening. Maybe...
Then we have no time to lose.
Would you do me a favor, Sarah? Would you be able to research ways that we'd be able to navigate such a lava highway?
Says, unless you can find a way to be immune to fire and breathe liquid rock.
Well,
There's got to be a spell for that, right?
I'm
Magic guy?
Magic is not just magic. You can't just do whatever you want. There's specific things that we've learned. My druid clan has not yet learned the walking in fire. Perhaps if we find a fire newt druid of some sort, or perhaps if I study in the future, I might learn it.
You did fight a warlock in the temple.
So yes, perhaps we could meet and I could learn from one of their wizards these spells. But my experience is in a forest, the most beautiful forest that ever lived.
Are you okay? You seem to be...
I just need a moment.
You're misting up again.
You see, you could say, well, the fire newts in Chult worship one of the princes of flame, Zeeksamet. So I imagine that...
I remember that name. They were chanting that.
Yes, it is someone they celebrate and venerate, that they try to bring forth from the plane of fire. And that's where probably the warlocks draw their power from.
A patron that feeds it. It means that he is very active in this region.
Well, there's many active volcanoes in the south and the west.
I've seen that. Well, everybody, I think we're ready. I think we're ready to prepare for this ritual.
So very well. Come sunrise, come down to the balcony, to the ledge we welcomed you at, and we will begin the ceremony. And then it is off to Omu with all of you.
This is for 3 days of flying. So
The sunset of the third day, the abilities will fade.
And will we arrive at Omu before then?
That depends on you.
Yeah, what's our plan for getting back again? Because I gotta tell you, having that escape ready when we left Nangalore was super useful.
Perhaps would you be able to send a party to meet our ship and to inform them where we will be and ask them to pick us up there?
She says, well, we can send scouts to add surveillance, and if you give the signal that the evil has been wiped out in Omu, then it may take a couple of days, but we can arrange for transport back.
Well, we have a captain of a ship who we could maybe get a message to.
Yeah, you know Captain Swift Iku. Is there a way that you could get a message to her?
She will arrive at the beach where we were supposed to meet her in a few days.
Well, Ashara says, we can send a messenger over. We can actually look for her over the ocean. But Omu is... Iku says Omu is in the middle of the jungle. The boat would not...
No, but there is... they could make landfall, possibly, in the cauldron.
Yeah, that is also possible. It's... we can arrange to have a message sent to Captain Swift. And she says, in fact, it's probably getting close to the time you were supposed to meet with her.
I think we have 7 days-ish. I have to check my phone, but it's plenty.
Could we theoretically make it if we marched back there today?
Oh yeah, we definitely have time to make it back to the
Meeting point?
To the meeting point.
We could sail, but that would take so long.
Yeah, no, flying there is way faster.
I think flying's going to take you 3 days.
Yeah, as opposed to it would take us probably a full week to sail there.
I think we should just at least
plus then the
trek
into the inland.
Right.
We should send a message to the captain because she is committed to keep coming back to the beach and checking for several times.
Yeah, so tell her not to do that. Instead, meet us at the cauldron. Maybe we can even head her off and save her a couple of days.
Possibly.
Why are we meeting her there?
Well, if you wanted an escape out, or if you wanted to go inland or somewhere else on the coast,
if she can wait for us there.
Yes, let's look at our secret map. Where are we heading to?
So Omu is.
You see, Shara say that is quite the map.
Thank you. Oh,
please keep its existence a secret. We are revealing it to you only because you are our close friend.
He says we are a place that has kept a secret for many, many years. So your secret is safe with us, and the Arakoa people of Kirsabal trust you fully.
Oh, well, that means quite a lot to me. Your preservation of the civilization of Omu is quite commendable. Your sacrifice to keep the royal family here is tremendous.
Well, they are tremendous people, and they are what the continent needs right now.
Can you see these mountains from Pertinen's Outer? Or probably not, right?
No.
Yeah. So
I'm just wondering if I use skywriting, what's the range on that?
That's like hundreds of miles, I think.
But we can maybe have a sending stone or something that they have.
You have a sending stone with Anders. If you have there's lots of stuff you can use, but I don't think you actually physically have them on you right now.
Yeah. I was thinking of a way to get in touch with these scouts after we...
Oh, wait, no. You know that Anders has a wizard.
I do know that Anders has a wizard with him, and maybe even another Goliath guy. Again?
Wait, so we'd be asking them to turn around and basically sail to the complete other side of this peninsula. They would have to go all the way around.
Yes.
You see,
there's no way they're going to...
If you make it worth their time, Captain Swift will go anywhere.
Yeah, I think we should... I think the pressing need is just to make sure that she does not feel that we have wasted her time. We should inform her that we do not need to ride home, and we will contact her again if needed.
Like we can provide writing supplies if you need to write her a letter or anything like that.
Duran
do you have any non-animal or plant-based paper? I don't think so.
It is parchment paper.
Yeah, I have parchment paper here.
The skin of a dead animal.
You realize everything around us is either made from animals or plants or both.
Yes, but we need leather armor to protect us. But we do not need to write things down. We can merely speak words. It's a waste of...
Yes, we do, because we have to write a letter to talk to somebody You know how writing works, right?
Yes.
You're communicating with someone in the future.
Yes, you scribble on the skin of a dead animal and you hand it to someone else.
I'll write a letter to Captain Swift that is says that our plans have changed. We will not be returning to Refuge Bay, and asks that she... asks us to pick us up in the cauldron, the land of ash and smoke if she can in let's see, 3 days down, 10 days, like 20 days. That would give her enough time to get
21
there
days?
for sure.
3 weeks?
You get 21 days, yeah.
It's a long time. I should do plenty of their shit in the meantime.
Well, how long do you think you're going to spend in Omu?
Yeah, well, so it would be 3 days down. It's like at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 days down there. Like at least maybe 5 days in Omu or to fuck around.
And then let's have her come back. If we're not there, come back 1 month later. And then that gives us lots of time to mess around.
Yeah.
I mean, if we have to make a camp for a month on a beach, there are worse things in life.
Especially it's chilled, it's tropical, so.
Yes.
Sound like we're running. Well, actually, we would be running out of food because all of our food was with Dungar.
I have 500 good berries. And I can feed us. I can keep us alive for several
And you see,
weeks.
he
Also
says,
months.
I can also summon food.
We're also with a ranger who can like forage twice as much as normal.
That's true.
And we also are in a jungle, which provides nourishment to millions and millions of creatures. And is where all the food comes from. So
In fact, the jungle has tried to make a meal out of you a couple of times.
Yes.
So it's like 20 days and then a month after that.
Sounds good.
That's what I wrote down.
Just don't want to waste your time.
Okay.
We'll pay your fee. You know we're good for it. Maybe also Durand already earned it, question mark?
I got us a serious discount.
Why don't we pay
You
in
got us a
advance?
free ride.
We have gold we can attach to the message. We can pay in advance.
That's true, you could do that too.
How much do you think it would cost us? How much did it cost us to sail down here the first time?
It was free because Durand did something legal.
Yeah, but we arranged the price
That
first.
none of you ever thanked me for.
Well, I don't know if she ever gave us our money back, actually.
Oh, I definitely.
No, I don't think you guys, I think was you're going to pay on arrival. I don't think you guys actually paid
Oh,
for
okay.
it yet.
Yeah, so what do we think the rates would be? 20 gold? 30 gold?
Maybe give her one of those gems that you found.
Yes, let's attach a
Durand.
gem as payment. Durand. Attach a gem as payment.
I fish into my pocket. What have I got on me?
You have like a ton of gems, if I recall correctly.
I have 7 different gems. Yeah, I'll put one in there.
Okay, attach this gem to the note, and include the message note about the prepayment in the note.
So
Thank you.
their rate, you remember the rate was 10 gold per day, but
Yeah.
the ship also was exceptionally fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think
That
if
was
we
even less than that, but
this
yeah.
will cover the 2 trips for sure.
How much was that gem worth?
They're 10 gold pieces each.
It's a day's.
It's a down payment.
It's a down payment.
It's just 1 gem. That's it.
Yeah, that's for now. Little charmer.
That's all I put into the bank.
Yeah.
You guys
also-
can cough something up if you want.
I don't have any gold. I threw it all at you at some point.
That's true.
You think this matters?
Oh, it's on my sheet. Don't worry.
Slightly more than I have on my
Right.
sheet.
Are there any more questions for Iku and Ishara?
Do you know of what kind of thing? So we talked about the Wanti. I guess we already talked about that. Do you know any magic that would be helpful?
Ashara, you said something about being able to, or at least the queen said something about being able to provide us with some gear if necessary.
Well, yeah, like food, supplies, arrows, staves. Nothing complicated. You're already better equipped than the Arakoa monks here. Use their hands and talons for most of their fighting. Most of our tools and weapons are also function as agriculture for chopping wood or tilling the land.
So you wouldn't happen to have any magical rapiers or anything, would you?
You see shards give you like the worst look of derision you could ever imagine. Just like what do you think this place is? And it's like if we had magical weapons, it would be used to defend the princess and her brother.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, I'll in the morning, I guess, like top up on some things like some torches. I'll take like back up to the 10 torches.
Yeah. You restock your food, you restock your water, arrows. The arrows will be stone tipped, however, so
That's them.
just aesthetically different.
Yeah, but also maybe less effective against stone creatures. Stone on stone.
Yeah, you never know.
You never know.
Alright, so you guys bunking down for the night?
I think so. Oh, I do also want to pay a visit to Queen Max Narame. I don't know if she's still awake. I guess. Sorry, do you think Max Narame would still be awake?
I think so, yes.
attempt an audience with her.
All right. You head on up. Is everyone else going to Bedibis?
I believe I will retire.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
All right. Alethra.
Yeah, this is a meeting alone, Ro. You are not invited to this conversation.
Are you going to talk to her about your deal?
You see Ashar say, deal? What deal?
Oh,
No, she means nothing. She means nothing.
I didn't really think I was talking out loud. I'm sorry.
Give me a
I
deception check.
I meant to be having like a quiet aside with Alethra. I'm sorry. But anyway, no, go ahead.
No, she totally hears that. Give me deception check versus Ashar's insight.
My deception is 0, so it's 12.
12, 1 second.
What's the queen's name?
Max Norame. Max Norane.
Max?
Yeah.
Rocks.
Max Norane.
All right. She rolled a natural 2, so she's going to buy it for now.
Doesn't concern her.
The young girl she's trying to protect with her life.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So how about okay? So I'll lead ours, me and Alethra out of earshot, and maybe try to continue our conversation in low voices.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What was I going to say? All right. Well. Okay. Well. Tell me what you're feeling about this deal of yours.
That's between the queen and myself, and all you need to know is that I will be there tomorrow morning.
Okay. This is quite interesting, actually. This is an interesting position to be in. Being the one that's not trusted, and yet you're the one going behind everyone else's back. Don't you think that's a little weird, Alethra?
Not at all. This is a private matter that a monarch made in confidence to me. It is perfectly regular that I would keep that confidence.
Give me a wisdom save, Alethra.
I feel like I want to roll an insight.
It's a 14.
I want to roll an insight.
Yeah,
on
okay.
that. Yeah.
No, this is a wisdom save.
It's the wisdom save that I made?
Yeah.
Insight. 15.
There's nothing really to insight, though. It was a wisdom save.
Oh.
Does anything happen to me? Or
Not
not that I'm aware, so I have no idea. Okay, cool.
Was I rolling a wisdom?
No, just me.
That's
Just me.
Just Alethra.
Oh, okay.
Just me making some kind of
Okay.
zone of truth, probably. It is a private matter that I will discuss with the queen, and my answer and her answer is a confidential matter for now.
Okay, well, I'm going to leave you with this, kid. Those people back there seem to care about you. You should... If I may not follow the rules all the time, and I'm definitely not out for myself, but don't lie to the people that matter to you. And I walk off.
Right?
I yell over my shoulder, a mission is also a lie. A mission is also a lie.
As you make your way up to Princess Maxwarane's abode, you actually notice Ashar has come up beside you and says, "Oh, please, let me walk with you. These steps can be so treacherous sometimes." And as she kind of holds out her arm for support and kind of help her up, you feel the vice-like grip just lock around your forearm. She says, "Do you know why they call me the teacher here?"
I do not.
Say, "Well, it's I'm the matriarch of this place, and people look to me for advice and look to me for guidance on all things, and that we must keep the princess and her brother safe. Do you know how I keep things flowing around here?" You see as you begin to walk up the switchback going up to the palace.
Mm-hmm. Is she sort of pushing in hard, so it's a little bit, it's trying to intimidate me, or?
It's not painful, but she has a grip.
It's a grip, right, so I know she's doing it. No, I do not teach her.
She says, "Well, I am a disciple or a patron of the Wind Dukes, the air elementals who give the Arakoa our power sometimes. And do you know what one of their key key factors of power are?
Can I roll history?
History or
I might
arcana?
actually know this.
Yeah, I'll do history because I'm much more trained in that. It's a 12.
Yeah, no, unfortunately no.
I do not, teacher. No.
Says, well, one is excellent hearing, and two is the ability to read minds.
Oh. Well then, I think that is quite the gift they give you.
Says, it is, isn't it? And so, my apologies, but I had to do a bit of digging to when you made mention of a deal you've made with the princess. Might I remind you, she is still a princess until she ascends the throne. She is still a child. She knows nothing of the world.
How old is the princess again?
She's 18.
Okay, so she's like literally my age.
Yeah.
It's like
You're definitely getting kind of like the granny vibe.
the granny vibe. It's like, teacher, you have to agree that my intentions were to spare the feelings of the queen. That I hold her in the highest regard.
Says, and right now I hold you in the highest regard. As you see her wings come up, and she actually flaps and lifts you off the ground, and just flies about 5 feet over. You feel there's no concrete, there's no stone below you.
Teacher. I think you maybe have the wrong idea.
It's like, no, I'm pretty sure I'm getting across the right idea. That you shall break off this consort.
Oh, Your Majesty, I was just... Teacher, please let me drop and let me explain myself.
It's poor choice of words.
Poor choice of words.
On the ground, I meant.
Still a poor choice of words.
The safe ground. The queen offered me the consort drop, and I said that I did not know. And my answer is I still do not believe that I am prepared to be the consort. In my last 2 missions, I have been ineffective. My tactics are not ready. I am not ready to be a consort, and I was trying to tell your Majesty that I was not ready.
So you are not ready, and you will break off any of these talkings, any of these dealings, and this will not happen. Am I perfectly clear? And she kind of loosens her grip on your arm a little bit.
Damn.
I was not planning on accepting at all your teacher Ashara.
You feel yourself kind of hover back down onto the side of the cliff, and this demeanor changes. She turns back and like this sweet little grandma, she like taps you on the side of the face, like, then that's all you needed to tell me. Now let's go and make sure that everything is set in proper order.
Please, teacher, do not let the queen know that the princess know that I told you. She would be, I feel, very embarrassed.
You don't have to worry. This will be kept between us. She is a girl who is yet to learn about the world, and we must make sure that she has the proper opportunity to choose a consort that will be good for the kingdoms.
I agree that I am not that person right now.
No, you are definitely not.
Damn, Grandma.
You see Ashara
Savage.
escort you up to the door and say, well, I hope you had a wonderful night tonight. I will see you in the morning. And remember, it gets treacherous on these walkways, so just be careful of where you step. As you see her kind of like she had strength to her, but she kind of does like that granny hobble as she walks down the pathway.
If only it was level 7 and I could size her up.
Ro whispers from the shadows, you know she was threatening you, right?
Why are you here?
I'm gonna say you weren't there for that.
Yeah.
You needed a stealth check for that.
Yeah, that's something she does in private.
Yeah. I will make my way to the throne room.
I'll say you're a little bit pale and gaunt.
Yeah, sweaty.
Hey, what happened to you?
No, she's at the throne room.
Yeah, but
right.
Yeah, you can't.
Oh, right. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry.
I still actually have to let this lady
we all
down.
went to bed. Yeah.
You see the monks bow and open the door for you. You notice that Princess Maximrane is actually kind of like these almost like chromatic silks of like just night and evening wear. You see like a cup of tea just floating beside her. She grabs it and sips it, and she's like, "Oh, my beloved chosen, what brings you here so late at night? Usually we wait for ceremony to consummate the union.
Oh, Your Majesty, I'm not here for that. The last time we saw, I told you I would think over your offer, and what
I was under the impression you were going to accept the offer. To have a proposal or an offer like that from a queen is a once in a lifetime opportunity.
I'm sorry, Your Majesty, that I am not worthy of the offer.
But you are a tactician, a warrior, a general. This is what I need for my future armies of Omu.
But I am also a rookie, and I've made so many mistakes in my last battles. I am not the tactician that you think I am, and I'm also an outsider, a person from the Sword Coast. I'm not ready, and I'm not worthy, and it's not what your people need right now.
You kind of feel this gust of wind come blowing in. Nothing harsh, but like you see the candles and the fires kind of like flicker and dim a little bit. As you feel just the temperature begin to drop and cool significantly. You see the teacup actually is gently put down onto a side stand next to her and says, "So you are rejecting an offer from your queen?"
Can I delay the offer?
There is no delay. You are either with Omu or against it.
Your Majesty, I suggest there is another option, that I can be with Omu, but not with you right now.
Very well. Very well. You are a sellsword to me, then. You see her pull out, you hear a drawer open, and you see a copper piece come flying out, and it almost gets like flung at your chest, like dink, and it bounces off, and the sound of wood hitting, or metal hitting the wooden floor is like, "There is your payment then, sellsword. I will see you in the morning for the ceremony."
I don't try to pick it up. I say, "Your wounds hurt me, Your Majesty. I'm not your sellsword, though," and I will walk out.
All right. Excellent. All right. Well, we will call a break there before we get ready for the ceremony, before you guys head off towards Omu with treasonous things in the night. Womp, womp, womp.
Womp womp.
Groupie is getting ready for the ceremony. They've said their goodbyes to Mercy. They've said their goodbyes to Dungar. And they've learned a little bit about how Kirsabal works and about the company they keep. So this trip down to Omu is going to be very, very interesting. Also, this is going to be one of the major kind of crossovers between Group A and Group B as they explore some of the same spots, and you get kind of the same, or you get kind of like a cause and effect, if you will, without trying to give too much away. But there is going to be some interaction, and they are getting closer together in the way they travel and the way things are going, that they are going to start encountering some of the same things and experiencing some of the same events that are happening in Schultz and in the deep, deep jungle. So it's going to get really, really interesting. I'm actually really excited as Omo seems to be drawing everyone together, and they're going to be sharing some of the same experiences and some of the same interactions with people, and see how the two different groups will deal with the challenges, the puzzles, the NPCs, then the threats that Omu and the jungle have to throw at them. So I'm very excited to see what's going to happen. Speaking of excitement, there is excitement happening in September. It is something Brendan and I have talked about on Talking Grit, and we're going to be talking about it on the Diecast podcast at our break. It is going to be the Unconventional Gaming Convention. It is a convention that is designed for inclusivity and representation, that everybody has a seat at the table and everyone has a chance to tell their story, and everyone should feel welcome and safe in a spot where just play some games, play some collectible card games like Magic the Gathering. You can play some tabletop role-playing games like Dungeons and Dragons or Shadowrun, or there's a whole list of games that are going to be played. And if you are in the Ontario area or upstate New York or Western Quebec or Eastern Manitoba, or just feel like coming to Ontario at the tail end of summer, you can come to Peterborough, Ontario, September 8th for the Unconventional Gaming Convention. Brendan and I actually got accepted to be DM. So if you want to come in and play some Dungeons and Dragons with us, we're going to be there. Come hang out. Come play some games with us. Come throw some plastic polyhedral dice. I believe a couple of other cast members will be there as well once we get schedules all settled and finalized, but there is going to be a small contingent of the Diecast podcast there to support such a wonderful idea, such a wonderful convention that we just think it is something that is needed and should be celebrated in the role-playing community, which is a great community to be a part of. And we're glad to support this. And we're glad to help push this to the forefront because we think it's going to be a really awesome time. If you need more information about it, you can go find their website, uncon.ca. They'll have the hotel convention center and how to get to Peterborough, which is going to be lovely in the start of September. You can also follow them on Twitter at UnconGamingPTBO, and that will give you all the updates, all the news that's happening, and any future events or updates you're going to need. It is going to be a wonderful time. Brendan and I are going to be there. Miles possibly will be there. We'll get a whole confirmation on who's going to be where for the Uncon Gaming Convention. And it is going to be fun. It is going to be fun. And I've said it so many times, and it's more true than the last time I said it. Diversity is a strength, and representation matters, and everyone should have the ability to tell their story, and everyone should have the ability to play games because it's fun. Let's expand our minds together. Let's use our imaginations together and come together and tell these amazing stories. It doesn't matter who you are. We're going to have fun playing games. We're going to have fun telling stories. And I think Uncon is going to be a great place to do it. So with that, just want to say a quick thank you to tuning and listening, new listeners and old. Thank you for joining in. We've had, it's a little bit of a roleplay heavy session so far, but a really good one. I remember when Fenquin did his dino eulogy for Mercy, I nearly died. It was one of those gasping, trying to not get in oxygen up to the brain while I'm too busy laughing. That was kind of the idea, or kind of the situation I was going through. But we're going to be jumping in. They're going to be going back into Omu, and it's quite a group now that they have acquired. They're going to have Iku, they're going to have Dragonbait, they're going to have Artus, and Tom's new character, Ro the Ranger, as they go sailing through the jungles of Chult and see what they're going to discover. It's going to be cool. I can't wait for everyone to hear it. And again, thank you so much for listening. If you need to find us, you can find us on any app that plays a podcast, iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play. Give us a subscription, give us a rating and review, and share us with a friend. It'll help us out a lot. It'll help us make a better podcast for everyone. And we are upgrading our sound equipment in July. So I'm still trying to decide if we're going to record the last end of the campaign. I think I want to do a couple more tests, but I think it's going to be good. But yes, any app that plays a podcast, Stitcher, iTunes, Google Play. You can also find us on Twitter at Diecast Podcast. Please give us a follow, and we'll follow you back, and we'll share some awesome D&D stories. And of course, as always, you can find us on our own website, www.flamelizardstudios.com, where you can find this podcast, other podcasts like Talking Crit. And we hope you have a great time. I hope you enjoy the rest of the show. It's going to be a humdinger of an ending. I can't wait for you to listen. We will see you next week. Again, happy Canada Day. Happy early 4th of July. Hope everyone celebrates safely, happily. Wear your sunblock. Drink lots of water. It's going to be a fun time. And we will see you next week around the 4th of July for all our American friends. We can't wait for you to celebrate your independence as Canadians celebrate ours. Let's just have some fun and have a great, safe summer. We will see you next week. We are back after doing plot trajectories and maths and
We were
flight
just
paths.
trying to figure out the math of how far this ritual will actually get us.
Yeah, trust me, it was not worth listening to.
Yeah.
We figured that it will probably not get us all the way to Omu, but it will give us a significant boost. On
Oh,
the
you
way
know what
there.
we did? We just created the mystery box. People always want what they can't have. You can't see. That's how J.J. Abrams made his career as a filmmaker.
Yeah, by making movies about how long it takes people to get places.
And also playing the Beastie Boys while he does.
Yeah.
Montage.
What if we use the Beastie Boys to defeat the bad guy? Like that's the cure to the Tomb of Annihilation, guys. Just play Beastie Boys.
Oh man,
It's a good plan.
you can conjure
I'm not
sounds, right?
against it.
I don't think so. I can make
You can't conjure like symphonies. You can make like the sound of an animal rustling in the bushes.
I just need to know if you can conjure sick beats.
I mean,
Yo, DJ!
you probably,
Well,
I guess you
beatboxing-
could beatbox with it
Yeah.
with Druidcraft.
Like we see in real life, we see people beatboxing basically.
I can create an instantaneous, harmless sensory effect. So
Yeah.
sick beats, but they'd be faint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone be
But
really
is
quiet.
not the BC Boys just?
Well, you don't
a
want it to
sensory
drown out
effect for
the
everyone?
the lyrics, right? So I
It's a
think
cantrip,
that's
so you
fair.
could just keep casting it every action. I guess you could
Yeah.
slowly beatbox.
I could create the sound of woodpeckers rhythmically tapping.
You
on
start
trees.
layering and start making different sounds,
Yeah.
and then
Becomes
layer
double
them
next.
together.
It's a
All right,
cantrip,
this is-
so I can just keep
This is
firing.
Yeah.
So this is your new man. This is your new hobby. You start making audio clips.
Is there a rate limit for the cantrips? Is it just as I can just cast them
Gotta
at
make
one, right?
a druid with the entertainer background.
It's instantaneous.
Yeah.
So yeah, I could
Oh,
do
man.
them as many as I want.
Have you seen Baby Driver? Have you seen that yet?
No.
Okay.
All right,
no.
wrap
yeah,
back in,
let's,
wrap back
let's
in.
bring it back in.
None of these characters have seen that movie. They've never seen a movie.
Well, they've seen Terror Begins. That was an experience.
I didn't see that.
It's mediocre at best.
It was middling, guy. Middling.
So the morning comes. You feel just the cold kind of break a little bit as you notice that a good portion of Kirsabal has come out. The queen or the princess is there, but she has a very stern look on her face.
Ooh, am I picking up on some tension here?
You don't have to roll insight. Yes, there is tension. When you look down at the ground, you can see a big circle drawn out in salt, and there's positions for everyone drawn out on the edges of the circle for Alethra, Ro,
Hey, there's me.
Duran, Fenquin, Artus, and Dragonbait.
I fist bump Dragonbait.
Yeah, he fist bumps you, and you smell lemons.
All right.
And she, Ashara, asks you all to face outwards of the circle.
I'm still pretty tired. It's pretty early in the morning.
So it's what needed to maximize the effect. We have to do this as the sun rises. And Alethra, in your mind, you actually hear Ashara's voice say, and you've annulled the agreement you've had with the princess.
I'll nod solemnly at her.
So you hear excellent in your mind as well.
I nod back.
Can we get some coffee after this?
I've donned my armor again, by the way.
Yep. You see Ashara come to the middle, and she has a bunch of reagents for the ritual as she grinds up the Black Orchid in a mortar and pestle, and actually begins to turn into a fine black powder. You know, she's pouring in some liquids into it that have a very strong and fragrant aroma. As you begin to hear call it in a language actually nobody knows, as you actually feel wind begin to surround around her. And everyone can feel kind of like wind lifting up underneath them. As you see her, she reaches back and pulls 2 feathers off of her wings and then crushes them and grinds them up and mixes them in the mortar and pestle. As she comes up behind each of you, you can feel like these wet marks, 2 on each side of your neck, just be drawn down. As she takes this goop and begins to like smear these 2 lines on the back of your necks, and you feel her move to the middle. And then all of a sudden, it's not a painful sensation, but it's definitely uncomfortable as the sunlight finally rises up. You can feel your back begin to crick. You can hear, for those wearing metal armor, you can hear metal screeching and kind of like displacing. People who have leather armor, you can feel like the leather begin to give way. You feel like these slats begin to open up in your back as you feel these 2 little nubs come out of your shoulder blades. And you just kind of like feel like these bones growing out.
Wings?
And you actually feel accelerated growth as everyone grows a pair of wings.
Oh
Whoa.
my gosh.
Nice.
Oh,
This is new.
And they look identical to the wings that Ashara had. And she collapses down in the middle of the circle. As you turn around, you notice that her wings are gone.
Whoa.
That's quite the sacrifice, Asara. I hope your wings will return.
So they will in 3 days, but this will help you get to Omu faster. So,
Give you reason to prepare your floor.
I will be staying somewhere else, but the comedy is not lost on me. Give me actually an insight check.
It's 13.
13. Yeah, you may now understand why she kept the hole in her floor a little bit more now.
Oh,
Just come over for tea.
yikes. What a mean old lady.
As you see, the entire procession of Arakoa carry your supplies out. It's like you've been restocked with food, water, full quiver of arrows for those that need it.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, "We wish you Ubtau's favor on your journey out. May you bring peace to the jungle and Omu once and for all." And there's the queen the princess just stands there stone faced and just does not give you any emotional reaction whatsoever.
I look over her and nod at her. And that's all I do.
I fly up in the air, like testing my new wings around. Woo! And I shoot the princess a wink.
There's no response whatsoever.
Okay, we'll work on
You see Iku's like, "All right, well, let us make haste."
Yeah, Iku does not need this ritual, I assume.
Superman or Supergirl Ash just kind of levitates off the ground. He's like, "All right."
Yes, let us proceed to Omu.
And you all take off into the sky, into the westerly skies.
Mm-hmm.
As you go flying, the first day is kind of just getting used to flying over the jungle.
So actually, before that, was there a way that we can signal them once we've signaled out Omu?
Oh, they have scouts there, so...
Okay, so they will be able to see. We'll be able to maybe put a skyride or something.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I will write in the sky when it is time.
All right. Let's say that we've made that.
What word should I write?
Oh, I think you already said that.
Yeah, okay.
So you guys, the first day flying over the jungle, you're flying... Actually, get the map out so I can make it accurate.
I still want to be part of that meme later.
We're
No, you
going,
didn't.
we're
You didn't
going
say that.
fast. Durand is pushing himself as fast as he can go.
So you guys want to go super
How can
fast?
7 ogres?
I will say you can go
this?
12 hours before you need a constitution check. So you can keep going afterwards, or you can take a break after 12 hours.
I don't mind doing a
I
constitution.
think 12 hours is plenty for the first day.
Yeah.
I don't mind doing a constitution check to see.
Yeah, you want to risk exhaustion?
+2.
Well, I just one level.
Don't forget, you will have to bed down somewhere, either in the trees or on the ground.
Right.
Yeah, we still do have to camp. That's true.
Yeah,
So
right.
we could still be attacked when we're sleeping.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's just go the normal speed. I mean,
Okay.
well, we'll go fast. We'll go 12 hours is good.
Sure.
So 12
Okay.
times 4 is...
48.
so you can go, I'll say 5 hexes.
All
So
right.
2.
There you go. We're on the edge of the fifth hex.
5.
All right. Cool. We're deep in the jungle.
I have gained a new appreciation for the majesty of birds. To be able to fly like this at any time.
Yeah, and we'll say you're about 60, 70 feet off the ground, maybe about 10, 15 feet over the canopy as you're...
It is pretty awesome, I gotta say.
Can I look for a tree that is will be a safe tree to land in?
Before you do that, I need everyone to give me a perception check.
Right.
Perception.
Of course.
What's your guidance?
11.
I'm gonna roll some guidance on that.
Oh, he has guidance.
Oh, 12.
Don't forget to...
Oh no! 1 plus a 3. Very good.
14.
And don't forget to -5 for... Oh, no, you're not minus... You're on normal speed, right?
8.
So,
No, 7.
we went fast, didn't we?
Yeah.
I think we went
We said
fast.
12 hours.
Only for 12 hours.
12 hours. Oh, sorry, I meant like the pace. Are you going like this, like the fast pace to gain an extra hex at the end of your journey, or...
Yeah.
Yeah,
all the
yeah.
time.
Yeah, you said, well, let's do it. Let's try it for
Okay,
exhaustion. We
so-
said let's try it. So.
-5 on your perception check.
So 11.
God.
11.
2.
But isn't that balanced out by being 70 feet above the jungle so we can see anything coming
Depends
at
on
us?
what it is.
Yeah.
7.
7.
So we minus the 5, right?
yeah.
2.
So what'd you get?
11.
11. That's actually enough. Fenquin and I'm doing it too. It's
Why
fine.
do we keep doing that?
We look nothing alike, guys.
Yeah.
We're not even the same species.
So Fenquin and Iku actually point out far off. It's not that far off, but you can actually see this floating stone in the air. It's actually, from your estimates, about 200 feet off the ground, and it seems to be in the shape of a heart.
It's flying way higher than we are.
It's just hovering.
Oh.
And it's definitely noticeable to you, and you can actually see it begin to spin and rotate. And it actually has a dead tree at the top of that kind of gives it the vein appearance.
Guys,
And you can
what
see-
is that?
Oh, it's
can
like an island,
Yeah.
floating island
Oh,
of
you
a
can't see it.
giant
Like
stone.
a floating mesa.
Only-
It's off in the distance. It's maybe about 30 miles away from you. But it appears to also be dripping some red water coming off the bottom. It looks exactly like a heart.
There's a floating stone heart there. See it? With the tree on top?
I don't see anything.
Iku, do you know anything of this?
She said, well, I have heard rumors that there was something called the Heart of Ubtau. I've never located it before, but I usually stay inside the trees, never fly above the canopy.
What do people say about it?
It's a magical place. In theory, the rumors and stories are that it's where Ubtao left his heart before he left Chult.
May I do a history check on it?
Sure.
Ubtao's the dinosaur god, right?
Yeah.
I got 15.
15. You remember hearing some stuff about it in your research in Wakanga's library, but you haven't. Nothing solid,
Right.
aside from the same legend, their story that Iku told you. That's the place where Ubtao left his heart before he left Chult.
Oh, the Dungar were here to see this. He would be so happy. But is it a dangerous place?
She says, I don't know. It appears to be just a rotating rock at this point.
I think we should investigate. If we can learn what happened to Ubtao, maybe we could summon him back to the island, and he might be able to expel some of the evil here.
She says, it's not that far. It's only about 30 miles away. It wouldn't take us...
Yes, let us go. So we just start going?
Yeah, it's off to your west a little bit, so you just fly over. You
We'll
notice that
approach cautiously.
You can proceed cautiously. You notice that the sun is actually kind of starting to sink into the west a little bit, and as you come across, this is the Aldani Basin. As you look down, you notice this kind of green marshland. I will fill out your Aldani.
No problem. Yeah,
Release the fog of war.
No worries.
Yeah. He said, this is the Aldani Basin. I didn't realize it was this close to this. And you look at it, it's very much that scene of Jurassic Park where it's like marshlands and ponds and rivers and stuff. And you actually see quite a bit of dinosaurs roving around in
You see how happy they are, wild and free? No farmers to feed them?
I see a bunch of easy prey for bigger dinosaurs with sharper teeth.
If you give me a perception check, you can probably find some.
Yeah, I will. 16 plus 2, 18.
Yeah, you definitely...
Yeah, see? Right there. They're
I
being
can see
tailed
it.
by an Allosaurus that's going to eat them. How is that better for them?
That is
It's good
their
for the
nature. It
Allosaurus.
is the way of the world that they should be eaten.
And it's the way of the world that they should be domesticated by people and turned into...
No, this is a perversion
beast of
of the
burden.
true nature of the beast.
As you get to...
I fly circles around Penguin just singing, "You're wrong!"
As you're singing, "You're wrong," you get closer to the stone, and it looks very much like a heart. But you also notice that the tree on the top actually has a round stairway that comes down to a door on the side of the stone. And actually, you notice it spins about maybe 2 or 3 miles about 2 or 3 revolutions an hour type of.
It's very slow.
Yeah.
Yes, that's
It's like
really
the revolving restaurant at the CN Tower.
Yeah, very, very much so. But you do notice that there is a cave entrance on the side of.
Why would you attempt giving yourself motion sickness while eating?
Oh my gosh.
Well, let us... do we see any dangers on top of it? Anything that looks like it attack us?
Give me a perception check.
Perception.
But
I could
you're
roll
at
some
minus
guidance
5
on that.
because you went fast.
Could I use my nature to look if the tree looks dangerous?
Yeah.
So my perception was 18,
12.
13. And then my nature to see if the tree looks dangerous is 12.
12,
So
12 is actually enough to know that trees like that are hollow usually are sources of bats, insects. That if you jostle it, maybe something may come out.
We should be careful. That tree could harbor all sorts of pests.
I think we should land on it and see what we can find and maybe camp there. It must be pretty safe.
Yeah, it's a pretty good idea. It'd be hard for velociraptors to get us sleeping here.
I'm gonna.
Or undead.
Can I roll insight on
Or
it?
flying velociraptors.
Can I roll insight on it? Let's see how does it look intimidating? Does it look dangerous? Am I seeing predators?
I'd say it's more of a nature check.
Nature? Okay. 11 plus another
3, probably.
3. Yep. So 14.
14? Yeah, it looks, it's the highest thing you can see around.
Yeah.
It gives you a great view of the jungle.
Uh-huh.
And unless something can fly, so things that you've experienced in your past that have flown in the past could get up there. But other than that, most things are...
Okay.
Even things that can jump can't make it up because it's a
Right.
good 200 feet above the...
Okay. Well, it would be relatively safe because it's so high up. I guess we'd only have to worry about any potential predators or anything actually living in the tree, but that's about
Well,
it.
we've had a long day of flying. Let's stop here and make camp then.
Let us land and investigate.
Yeah, we approach it.
Gingerly land in a safe-looking spot.
Are you landing on the top or at the cave entrance?
Cave entrance? Or is there is there a place that we can land at the top?
Yeah, that's sort of like where the tree is. It's kind of flat and rounded at the top.
Before we land, can I roll an
Yeah, let's start at the
investigation
top.
on where we're about to land?
I say more perception. Investigation, you have to get closer down to look at it. But you can still do investigation if you want.
Right.
Perception's more of a distance. Investigation.
Right. Okay. So where are we landing at the top?
On the top.
Let's do it.
Okay.
There's
Yeah.
lots of escape routes there.
Yeah.
I'm hanging back on either one.
I'll do a perception just to see, make sure, see if I see like maybe any potential traps or something, something that would cause any issues. Ooh, 10, 13, but you said -5, right?
Minus 5,
8,
yeah.
so to 8.
If it's perception, then yeah. So yeah, it looks
Safe
yeah,
enough.
it looks safe enough.
Okay, then let's land. So,
Yeah, you land on it, feels very almost like limestone-y type of rock.
Okay.
As you land, it feels, but it feels solid. But you definitely stomp down. You can actually hear it has like a hollowness to it as well.
Is there anything here at the top?
Just the tree and the stairwell that goes.
do I see anything in the tree that would look like I see bugs there, signs of bugs?
Say, give me a perception check, and you're out because you're
That's
actually
minus again?
Investigation?
Yeah,
Oh, that's perception.
Is it still -5 or no?
I'll say the -5 is gone for now because you're not traveling.
Moving.
Oh.
Doesn't matter.
8.
Yeah, no, it looks like a hollow tree. It looks like it has the potential to hold stuff.
Yeah, this tree could be someone hiding there, but I don't see anyone, so keep your distance from the tree.
Can I do an investigation?
I fly up by the tree. Does it have any holes in it?
Oh yeah, it's got like a big hole in the middle of the trunk and a big open hole at the top. Like it looks like it's been hollowed out.
Okay, I fly up to the top of the tree. I look down the hole.
Yeah,
Do I see anything in there?
give me a perception check.
No. 3 + 2 is 5.
It's very dark.
That's rolling.
Yeah, but you can't. There does feel like there's heat coming off of it though.
Okay, Durand yells down into the tree. Hello!
Oh, and now we all roll initiative.
Maybe not.
The swarm of bats is going to get its first hit on as a surprise against Durand.
Swarm of bats, there we go.
Hey, I have dark vision.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, so before you yell in, you actually do see these little like cloisters, like little bats stuck to the inside of the tree.
Okay, I'm still going to yell, but I brace myself against the side of the trunk so I can pull my face out of the way when they come boiling up.
Yeah. Essentially, a plume of bats comes flying out, but because Durand is the closest one, we will roll
They
initiative.
still attack me.
Yeah, you're the closest one.
Ah! Oh, God, bats.
Oh,
Bats.
God.
1 second.
I better not have a low rolling session like what killed Mercy.
If bats kill you, you deserve to die.
It was fated.
Okay. Alethra, would you
16.
16. I'll put EQ there. Dragonbait there. Fenquin.
4. No, yeah, 4.
You're going there. Durand.
19.
19. You're going there. And Ro.
4.
Ooh, who's got the higher dex? I think Ro does.
I've got 16 right now.
Yeah. And Artus Cimber and the bats. Iku is going to go first. She's going to fly over and try and take a whack at the bats. Actually, does she have a...
Oh, I can try.
So she sees Durand yell into a tree and is just like, here we go again. Better get my bat whacking stick.
Yep. She's going to hit. This is going to hit the bat, or the swarm of bats. But because it's a swarm, it has resistance to all. Or very, very various resistances as she whacks a bat and knocks that bat unconscious.
Is a swarm a single bat?
A swarm is
considered
a
a single
It's
beast.
one target.
Okay.
A swarm is considered a...
Durand, you are...
All right, Durand immediately draws his obsidian scimitar and starts slashing it through the cloud of bats.
Okay, roll it up.
11 + 5 is 16.
That's a hit.
So that is...
Hunter sets. Is that an action to use?
Wait, I get sneak attack on this. I am within 5 feet of this creature.
Mm-hmm.
No other creatures are within 5 feet, and I don't have disadvantage.
Iku's next to it, but yes. So you get...
Iku's within 5 feet. Oh,
Yeah,
thanks for spoiling my sneak
but
attack, Iku.
you still get sneak attack because she's an ally.
Oh, because it's an ally adjacent to it.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, if I have an ally adjacent. Okay, cool. So that's... I forgot about the normal way that I get sneak attack.
Sneak attack.
2
Against the swarm.
9 plus
Sneak attack is
1 plus 4, 13 slashing damage.
Divide by 2 is 6.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you actually do slash away at a lot of the bats.
All right,
Hey,
and then
don't attack the bats.
then I fly away from the bats, 30 feet, kind of up and away
Yeah, and they don't because of your swashbuckling.
because of fancy footwork. Yeah,
Yeah.
they don't get an opportunity attack. And then what the heck? I'll dash as a bonus action, and I'll get a further, so I'm 60 feet away from the bats.
Yeah, you can be flying up in the air, you can be down on the thing. Alethra, you are up. This is kind of like a 3D fight, so I figure we don't need to
Yeah, no problem.
map it out.
Wait, hold. I will try and befriend them.
Yeah, I'll hold my action then till after. Actually, so I'll go up next to Iku,
Yep.
but I'll hold my action so I can protect Iku if she gets attacked. But I'll hold my action until after Thanking goes.
Yeah. The bats, actually, give me a perception check, Alethra.
That's actually pretty good. That's 23.
23. You notice
22,
that
sorry.
the bats are completely ignoring Iku. They've flown and moved over her space. They're moving on towards you.
Okay.
But
Fair
they
enough.
have looks like they have no intentions of attacking Iku.
Iku's a vampire.
I don't think that's the case.
Oh, that is a natural 20.
Oh.
You got critted by bats, son.
Bat swarm.
That's one.
Get ready for 4d4.
Ooh.
Actually, sorry, it is 8d4.
What? Holy crap.
That's
a
actually,
lot.
yeah, if you roll well enough.
Yeah.
That's 3.
Pretty confident I'll survive this hit.
Must be 32, I guess.
I mean,
Five.
you're minimum getting 8 damage. So
32, and it'll trend towards the middle.
7.
Towards,
Yeah.
11, 15, 19.
that's still a
22.
lot.
8 times 2. So trend towards 16.
Yeah, it looks like once the bats zeroed in on Letha, they swarm in there. They're crawling down your armor. They're in your hair, biting your ears, biting your face. Dragonbait is going to come up. He's going to multi-attack with his winged flight.
Dragonbait can fly?
Yeah, he's part of the ceremony.
Oh, right.
Artus.
Like we can all fly. Dar.
Everyone can fly. That's 2 hits. With his D10s, he's just going to forego the shield.
Wait, no, don't kill them!
Oh, I got some bad news for you, because here come the radiant hits as well.
Oh no!
So that is...
You radiant damage?
16.
What kind of bats are these?
No, he does radiant damage.
Oh, Dragonbait does.
16,
He's-
26.
He's like a crazy paladin.
26 slashing. And 13, 19, 21 radiant. As you see this holy light just go searing through.
Whoa, he smoked them?
And you smoke the swarm of bats.
No! Oh no! Why did we kill them?
Oh no, don't.
Because they attacked us.
They were scared. You shouted in their hole.
Yeah, well, I wanted to make sure there weren't any monsters in there. And lo and behold, there was a cloud of bats.
Couldn't you not
It is
see
hacking,
them?
yeah.
Did you not see that many bats inside of a tree?
I mean, not in time.
That's a lie. Roll insight. 12.
My deception is 16 plus 6, 22.
Well, you should be more careful.
Sorry, I'll definitely be more careful. I fly down to the entrance of the cave and go, hello!
I find
that is
a-
what the heart looks like to you guys.
Whoa, cool.
I find like a
Very
little
nice.
bat that is like
There's
clinging
the bats,
to life,
little,
and I
see?
feel it.
There's a cloud of
Set it
bats
off.
in the picture, so they had to come out of the tree.
But I'm trying to find any bats that look like they're sort of clinging to life and
They're all-
healing them up.
They've all been incinerated by holy
Oh
light
no!
from Dragonbait.
What a massacre!
Durand, as you get to the cave is musty and dimly lit by daylight, filtering down through the hollow, petrified tree trunk 20 feet above. A pool of dirty rainwater occupies the central 20 feet of the floor, between the natural pillars formed by the roots of the petrified tree. 3 tall bookcases stand against the wall to the right of the cave entrance, and a desk, several wooden crates stand against the left-hand wall. Opposite the entrance are 2 open doorways into a smaller chamber between them and a large iron cage.
I call back, I'm like, guys, I think somebody lives here.
Jedi text.
I'm coming.
Wait, no, stay back. Let me scout it out.
No, I'm coming.
We
Just
want to
keep
know.
my eye
We
on
want
you.
to look. They're not going to see me. You're not stealthy. Actually, wait. You've got that spell.
We're shouting back and forth. I'm pretty sure they know.
I
Also, you
lowered my voice.
You just yelled hello twice into that big hole.
I think that we have lost the element of surprise, Durand.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Good point.
Durand, as you come in, you notice that the water from the pool kind of drips out towards you, and it has a kind of a rusty red color to it.
Alethra, drink that.
No, I will take a look at it though. Investigation.
I dare you.
Oh wait, I have a
See,
herbal in
actually-
the kit. This helps.
Nature would probably be best.
Me too.
Sure. More in nature. Not that time though. It's a 9.
Wait, let me take a look at that.
Sure.
Can I try and identify
24.
24. It looks like there's some possibly rust or iron deposits in the stone somewhere that's causing the water to kind of dye itself red.
Blood has iron in it. Strangely.
I think this is probably not blood, though.
No, it's rusty water, but it is a heart. I thought the symbolism was poetic.
Just so that I know where we are now. Are we actually in there now?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So we've all flown down. Can I look at the
I took the stairs.
cases?
You absolutely
I
can.
super want to. That
Is there a desk or something?
Yeah.
There is a desk, yes.
Any chests around?
Not in the room you can see.
I start poking around for valuables.
I'm also going to roll an investigation.
So I'm going to go around the table just so we get it organized and stuff like that.
So first, is there any evidence of is this place in current use?
Yes, it looks still fairly recent.
Okay.
Nothing looks like it has a layer of. In fact, it actually looks, for it be kind of like a decrepit cave, it actually looks finely kept.
Iku, Artus, who do you think lives here?
You see, you could say Sharda's like, I have no idea. This is my first time stepping in here. And Artus says, well, whoever is here looks like they've made themselves quite at home. The cage kind of disturbs me a little bit. And Dragonbait gives you the smell of honeysuckle.
Oh,
he's concerned, right?
All right, so I'll investigate the bookshelf then.
Okay, so for the bookshelf, this is like Alethra's jam. These are books about the history of Chult, the history of Omu, and you can see each of these books are ancient and they predate the spell plague.
What?
Whoa! This is a treasure trove of information. The resources here. Whoever is here is the guardian of works that would drive Wakanda wild.
Wakanda?
Wakanga.
Oh, Wakanda.
Sorry, yeah,
Sorry,
I said that wrong for sure. That is on me.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, if you want to do research, it'll take you about an hour for each roll you do, but you could absolutely research it if you wanted to. It looks like this place is built in Alethra's mind. This is a place that is hard to get to, is super quiet, and is isolated from everybody, and nothing but books.
Oh my gosh, I have to admit, everybody, I would love to just stay here and read this information, but
read the stuff on Omu so we know what we're heading towards, and then bring the rest with you.
What's near the desk? Before we get to my research parts,
The desk. The desk just looks like a writing desk. It doesn't have any
drawers or anything.
Like that. It's got drawers on it, but nothing. Like, it just has like parchments and writing utensils on it. The ink still looks liquid and fresh, though.
Where do we think I don't want to be so rude to as rifle through somebody else's property, but where do we think the guardian of this place is?
We've already kind of crossed that bridge. Let's just think about it in the library. You'll borrow the books. We'll bring them back on the way back.
Oh, I think taking them out of this place would be a terrible crime. I couldn't remove these from the library.
Durand is already like stuffing books in his cloak. He's looking for like the prettiest ones, the ones that like a collector would want on their shelves.
You're not a book guy, but you can see like some of them have like metal bindings mixed with leather on them.
People will pay more
but
for metal.
They're all tarnished and they all look exceptionally old, but in great condition.
These are probably super valuable. These will go great in my museum of Chultan Adventures that I'm thinking about opening.
The information here has to be shared with all of the people of Chult.
I don't think the owner of this place would agree with you. That's probably why they're keeping it away from everyone.
I didn't consider that.
That's right, and I agree with you, so we should take them.
These are priceless.
To share with the people of Chult.
Who are we taking them from? We could be causing the wrath of a very powerful foe.
There are 2 other rooms you have yet to explore as well.
Well, hey, let's see if maybe we can find the person who lives here. Maybe we can work out some kind of deal to borrow them.
Perhaps you could return later and copy the works down or something, if they're amenable to that.
I would like permission.
You nerd.
Before we settle in, let's. Can I knock on one of the 2 doors?
Oh, they're
just open?
They're just open, yeah. It looks like one of the rooms had, like, the door is open on it, so
Right.
it's not closed anymore. As you get up close to it, it smells like it stinks.
Ugh.
What would you describe the smell as?
Definitely decay, putridness. Like it smells.
Mm.
It smells bad.
Does it smell like a dead body?
Give me a medicine check.
Must be good at those. It's 13.
13. It definitely smells like something has died and decayed in there.
What room is that stench coming from?
There's one in front of me here. Oh,
the smell of a cadaver. I would recognize it anywhere.
dark inside.
Well, it's dimly lit.
Dimly lit.
Dimly lit.
I'll walk in. Hello.
The smell gets. Give me a Constitution save.
Oh no. That's only a 7.
7. You hear Alethra begin to retch on the inside. As you're now poisoned for the next hour.
Okay.
Can I use Druidcraft? I guess that wouldn't help.
Can I roll a detect? Use my herbalism kit to roll a detect poison or something?
It's not so much.
Herbalism is for making potions.
No,
or
you can use it, but it has to be like a
You
liquid.
can use your nature survival to identify plants as food sources. Others
That's a reactive bonus. I'll use my second wind. Oh, nice.
Oh, you didn't lose any damage. You just.
No, I did earlier though.
Oh, okay.
So I gained back 13 hit points. Sweet, I'm back up into my 30s.
Yeah, Alethra comes out arm on the wall, and you kind of feel just the pit of your stomach is just flushed out.
I shouldn't have gone there first.
So we're not sleeping here, or can we? What is it? Can we clean it out?
Can I do an investigation yet?
Sure.
All right. Guidance. That's 16.
16. Yeah, you can tell that there was many things occupying this place.
Uh-huh.
It looks like you can see rags of what appears to be clothing and whatnot. Nothing nothing like a pile, but just scraps of it.
Right.
You can actually see someone's almost looks like a page written out ripped out of a journal, and it says Jandar on it.
Okay. So I guess point out everything that, like you said, it's it seems like a lot of people were here. There's some sort of struggle, and there's a page ripped out.
It doesn't look like a struggle. It doesn't look like a struggle at all.
Okay.
It just looks messy.
Okay, so it looks messy. Yeah, it's really messy, and I grab the page, look at it. I say the name out loud, Jandar. Does that ring a bell for anyone?
Nope, never heard of it. Boss lady?
22.
Yeah, Artus
First time.
Artus and EQ are both
If I become an animal that eats, just like a scavenging animal that would eat dead corpses, would I still be subject to that rolling the dice?
I'd say no. If you become a vulture or something like that, no.
I can't become a vulture because it's flying, but I was thinking maybe like a rat. Rats live in garbage.
Carrion beetle?
Yeah, carrion beetle will definitely do it.
Where's a carrion beetle?
They may also have a fly speed though.
Carrion beetles? I don't know.
I have no idea.
We'll figure it
I
out.
become a giant fire beetle. Or,
That eats fire, Trevor, not carrion.
Does the ritual still apply to him if he transforms into a beast?
Yeah, it still does.
Does he still has wings no matter what you turn into?
Oh.
Yeah. You could be a flying wolf.
Yeah, you could.
That's the most metal thing of all time.
wolves eat, well, they don't eat, they eat fresh stuff.
Yeah, wolves they like to kill their prey.
A badger.
Did anyone actually look in the room? What is causing the stink?
Since
That
I'm
would be part of my investigation, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
So it looks like corpses have been in this room.
Okay.
Oh, they
Have
There-
been
giant-
or
But there
currently
are no
It's
corpses.
empty. It's completely empty.
Oh, but it just has a lingering smell.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I mentioned that as well. There's no bodies in here, but there were definitely
Why
dead
would it
bodies.
stink
but not
so
right
bad
now.
if there's no bodies in there right now?
Fenquin, why don't you cast a little bit of Druidcraft and change up the smell of this place?
I don't believe my druidcraft to be powerful enough, but I try. I put lemons in there.
Do you have any wind magic?
Not today.
You also get the distinct smell of ham.
Well, that is probably or
Dragonbait.
Dragonbait.
Wait,
Ham is
are you trading-
concerned.
Yeah. Isn't it worried? Being worried?
Yeah, he's worried.
One of you should have written this down.
Our friend Dragonbait
I feel
is a little
that's
bit
more
worried.
of a Thankwin thing.
I think they just
Dragonbait. Artist? What's worrying Dragonbait?
So if Dragonbait is concerned at the smell of corpses, how did the corpses get up here, essentially?
And who are they?
Where did they go would worry me more.
Jandar.
And what is Jandar?
It looks like the name of someone's name inside a journal. Like it looks like a ripped page. Yeah.
Right.
That's the only thing written on the page?
Like it's like a not like a full page, like a
Yeah.
Oh.
I
What's in the
keep
other?
the page with me. I keep the page with me.
Did you want to explore the other room?
I think we should see who else is... Oh, here. Oh, my stomach.
Yes, let us take a look in the other room.
Give me an Arcana check. Or if someone's trained in Arcana, then you don't need to do the check at all.
I think I might be trained in Arcana.
Artus is actually trained.
No, I'm not. I'm not. Sorry.
No, none of us are trained in Arcana.
No, that was Mercy.
I was thinking
Artus
about
is actually trained.
Yeah, but I also rolled 17 on that.
Yeah. It looks like a teleportation circle.
In the other room.
Yeah.
Oh, a teleportation circle. Whoever is here can be almost anywhere else.
We can teleport to Omu.
They could just come and go from here.
Well, the circle would probably connect to another place. One place in general.
Well, if we're going to stay here, then we better be on our guard, because that means somebody could teleport in here at any time.
Yes. Well,
I volunteer you for first watch.
I could set a magic... Oh, I can't set a magic snare. If we wait till tomorrow, I can set a magic snare.
I don't think we're staying here for multiple nights.
No.
No,
I mean, I know you want to. You want to read all these books, don't you?
I
Take them with you.
I don't want to read all
Well,
these
look,
books.
the way I see it, the people who lived here are probably dead. That's what the corpse smell is. We could take the books, spread the knowledge, pass it forward.
But what if they're bringing people here to kill them, and then the smell is of all their victims?
In a library? Why would you do that?
What's your reading on the place, Iku?
Igu says it's unsettling that the cage combined with the corpses. Maybe there was like some type of experimentation here. Like this could be anything. Maybe this is someone trying to figure out the death curse as well, and they've been studying bodies or.
Well, Alethra, on your watch, how about you look around and see if you can find any books about evil experiments here?
Yeah. Well, I think I will. Since we're here for the night, I might as well do some reading.
I call dibs on the not stinky room.
Yeah, I think that we'll also sleep here in the
Yeah,
office.
you can actually close the door to the non-stinky room.
Yeah,
as well.
let's do that. Let's close both those doors.
Could we magically lock it somehow?
The cave to the teleportation circle, the entrance to the teleportation circle, does not have a door. It's just open.
Ah, crap. So we can't barricade.
Oh, so the stinky room is the one that has the door.
Yeah.
Okay.
Iku, I hate to ask for this, but do you have anything that could settle my stomach?
She actually can. She casts Lesser Restoration on you.
Sweet. All right, no longer poisoned.
Puts her hand, and you kind of feel warm. You feel like you use that nauseous, like churning at the bottom of your stomach.
Oh, thank you so much. That will really set my mind at ease here when I get down to some serious reading.
All right. Would you like to give me your? So the way I'm going to do this for each investigation check will take you an hour.
All right.
And you can look for a topic, if you will.
All right. I'm going to look at the book.
Can anybody help her or
Omu.
If you're trained in investigation,
Yes, I am.
Oh, okay.
So I actually
She just gets advantage then.
okay. I walk up to Alethra and you know I'm a pretty quick reader. I went through your journal as you saw pretty quickly. Why don't you let me help you?
Keep bringing it
And
up.
I immediately actually take one of the books and start taking the second book and start flipping through it and start making putting little bookmarks where I think information would be interesting for Alethra to look at.
Give me a.
So I give you an advantage.
Yeah, do you want to give me guidance?
Guidance, yeah, guidance. Boom. Throw that guidance on there.
Work. Investigation.
Oh
please.
no, that's not a great one for Alethra. A little distracted.
12.
So no, it's 9 plus 5, so it's 14.
14, unfortunately, not enough.
Enough to get
You're
it.
still feeling kind of like that queasiness as you spend an hour just kind of flipping through. A lot of times taken is you're also probably doing some translations as they're all written in. It looks like a form of Choltenham. It actually looks like in a language called Omuan or Old Omuan.
Oh, okay.
A mixture of the two.
So I'll call over Iku. Iku, this language, it's quite unfamiliar to me. I've been not really able to decipher much of the information. Do you happen to read any of this?
She says, "Oh yes, I can read and speak all languages."
Oh, well.
Oh?
That's dope. How do I get that?
She's like, "Well, you have to be around as long as I have."
I hope to be. Let's keep taking that linguist feat.
And because you actually did a research or an investigation check, because you just took the time to look through, you find two spell scrolls of Arcane Gate.
Oh.
What does that do?
Essentially, you open a gate somewhere, and you open up gate two places, and you can walk through. And
Sweet, that goes with my magic missile and firebolt scrolls.
Can we use that to get to Umu right away?
I think it has a range of like 500 feet or something like that. It's like Dim Door, but for like
Yeah.
a more permanent Dim Door.
Okay.
Oh.
Still.
Right? Do you wish to do a second investigation?
I sure do.
It'll be hour 2.
Yeah, I think I can do this for 4 hours before I have to go to sleep for our long rest. Let's see if this goes a little bit better.
And Rogue continues on.
Way better. That is 23, 28.
Let me know if you get any natty 20s as well. So what do you want to know?
I guess I want to know about Omu.
Omu. You find a lot on Omu. Let me bring up the appropriate Omu section. And I'm just going to read it. Okay, so right from the source, Omu was once a jewel in Schult's crown. Built over rich mineral veins, the city garnered wealth in abundance. Omu and jewelry was coveted far and wide, and the city's merchants grew fat on commerce. To enter Omu, it was said, was to enter the gates of paradise itself. Such wealth brought greed. Omu's hunger for slaves made her rulers demand even greater tribute from their neighbors. When their vassals couldn't pay in flesh, they paid in blood. Omu's feared legions marched across Chult. The Omuan's greed and hubris angered the god Uptau, causing him to turn his back on Omu 200 years ago. Long before he abandoned the rest of Chult, Omu's clerics lost their spells and the city fell to sickness and disease. Slave uprisings racked Omu and its nobles fled in droves. Maps showing Omu's location were destroyed and its coins were melted down and reminted. Fallen from grace, Omu became known as the Forbidden City and had its history erased.
Oh. Interesting. They caused him to leave. Interesting. Neat. Okay. I'm going to open another book.
All right.
And I'm going to try to learn about Dendar the Night Serpent.
Actually, I can tell you from just off the start, this is all Omuan
Oh, is it all Omuan from here?
history, yeah.
Okay, so if I'm reading just the Omuan book, what else do I want to know about the Omuan?
That's pre-spell plague as well.
Yeah, all three. But this has been updated with stuff since then?
No, this has not been updated. This is,
Okay.
It looks like someone has gotten the books right as Omu fell and saved them. And this is the library, it looks like. Or what's left of it.
Alright, I'm going to do an investigation check. Not as good. That is 13 plus 5, that's 18.
18. You do find reference that in the wake of Omu's fall and that Uta leaving, that there was something kind of like a celestial or a divine power vacuum. And these things known as the 9 trickster gods moved into Omu and took the position of Utau. And with Utau gone, primal spirits arose from the rainforest to bewitch the remaining few Omuans. They disguised themselves as jungle creatures and promised greater power in return for devotion. Desperate for redemption, the Omuans tore down their temple to Utau and raised shrines to these new trickster gods. These new deities were divisive and often cruel. Too weak to grant miracles to every follower, they concocted elaborate trials to winnow the clergy. On holy days, the mettle of aspirant priests were tested in their 9 shrines, with deadly consequences for failure. The trials provide entertainment for the degenerate Omuans and fed their weakening gods much-needed sacrifices. For 9 decades, the city folk lived by the mantras of their trickster gods. They built statues in their names and schemed against each other to assert their chosen god's dominance. Omu's glorious past was lost, but its people endured.
Yeah.
And there are names and descriptions of the 9 trickster gods.
I'll take those.
All right, get ready for some more writing exposition. They're just like essentially a description of the god and kind of like a little fact about them.
Oh, man.
So the first one is Ijin, I''Jin, is the god of almirages, which are like unicorn bunnies.
Aw.
Ijin the almirage is fickle and unpredictable.
Okay.
There is Kubazan, the frog-hemoth.
Who?
Kubazan. is wild and spirited.
They sound made up.
The next one is Moa, M-O-A.
Mm-hmm.
Moa the Jakui is truthful and kind.
Oh.
He's not much of a trickster god then.
Well,
He's the god of gentle teasing.
or maybe like, oh, I'm truthful and kind, but it's not the full truth.
Nang Nang, the Grung,
I know about Nang Nang.
is selfish and cruel.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Obolako,
Although a bit of a turn for Nang Nang.
Obo''Laka. Obolaka the Zorbo is nervous and obsessive. Zorbos are kind of like magical koala bears.
He's possessive and...
Nervous and obsessive.
Oh, obsessive.
Yeah. And the next one is Papazotl. Papzotl.
Mm-hmm.
Papazotl the Ibli is shrewd and conniving.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's Shagambi. Shagambi. Shagambi the Kamadan is wise and virtuous. And then Unk.
How do you spell that?
U-N-K-H.
No, I missed the H.
Unk the flail snail
Oh, no.
is self-absorbed and indecisive.
Well, definitely absorbing anyway.
And the final one is Wongo. Wongo the Sioux monster is violent and deranged.
Sioux monster?
Yeah, it's like a psychic monkey.
Psychic monkey.
Evil monkey.
Well, all monkeys are evil.
It's true. Even people?
Especially people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Once a group gets big enough,
Left her like
split
cracks at
and
her
go to
hand.
war.
Oh, that's some good
or
notes.
go to their respective enclosure corners.
I guess I'll do one final check before bed.
All right.
Sweet, that is 26.
Just over the 25 mark you needed. Nice. You find in one of the books is actually a couple of pages that are freshly written.
Oh.
I like this.
Uh-oh.
They're in Elven.
Even better, I read that.
I'm so reading that.
They relate to the Soulmonger
Oh, yeah.
and Raznisi.
Oh, my God. What? Give me it, baby.
These are all my favorite subjects.
Oh, yes.
Bro.
Right in my ears and eyes.
Bro, put a post-it note on that page like you want to read this.
So, about 50 years ago, the Yuan-Tai slithered in from Hisari to Omu. They built what this person thinks is a grand underground temple beneath the old palace, waiting for their god Dendar the Night Serpent. At some point, unclear, Raznisi entered the city. He once had an army of the undead to wage war on the holy city of Nezro. Raznisi wormed his way into the Yuan-Tai society and became one of them and is now running the UNT in Omu. It looks like he's plotting
intended on word. Wormed.
It looks like he's plotting to bring Dendar the Night Serpent into the world to seal its doom.
Oh yeah, just classic. I couldn't have what I wanted. Now everyone dies.
Yeah, and in regards to the Soulmonger, it looks like I'll give you an image later on, but it looks like there actually is a sketch of it. Essentially, it looks like a big glass cylinder with like metal.
Totally copying someone else's homework.
Metal fastenings and whatnot. And it looks like these are notes on how to study and even duplicate
the
Soulmonger.
Interesting. Okay.
Wah, wah, wah.
I'm pooped.
Duran's gonna take the second watch. So you could wake me when you're ready.
All right. So you guys want to crash for the night?
Well, I assume the rest of us went to bed, and that's what Alethra was doing on the first watch.
Yeah, for the first two of us, we've been reading for a bunch.
Yeah.
So then we'll go to bed.
All right, Duran takes the second watch while everyone is asleep.
Wait, I'll take the second watch with Duran too, because we're doing.
Oh, no
pairs.
need. Oh, you stayed up with.
She was assisting me in my research.
Oh, and then what? Dragonbait and
Artus.
all get and Iku all get to sleep all night. We're
Actually-
paying them.
Actually, Iku doesn't sleep. She's not sleeping right now.
Oh, okay. Duran goes around. He peruses the library, much like Alethra did, but he's not actually reading any of the books. He's just looking for the ones that look the most old and expensive looking. The ones that, like, a stuffy collector would see it and gasp and offer me whatever I want for it. That's what I'm looking for.
The ones you're looking at for actually look like the ones that Alethra is reading right now.
Well, no, she.
Well, I just put
went to
them
bed.
back, I guess.
Oh, yeah. So those ones.
Well, unless you keep them. Okay, great. So I select those and I stuff them into my pack to take with us.
Yeah.
So how many books? Who took my pencil?
That'll be 3
Oh.
books.
Thank you.
They're large and kind of unwieldy, like they're big, but you can put them in your pack. No problem.
3 tomes?
3 tomes.
3 tomes of Omuan history.
Tomes, higher tomes.
I am actually collecting quite the collection of oddities that I may open a museum or something when we go back to town someday.
That was always
Duran's Believe It or Not.
That's his
Yeah,
retirement.
totally. Totally.
That's his
See
retirement
these
plan.
amazing treasures
Yeah.
taken from the jungles of Chult.
That was always Dolus' plan, but then he lost all those artifacts.
Oh yeah, you kept the arms, right?
Poor
No,
guy.
actually, he was going to open a merch table for
Yeah.
Tarek's shows.
And instead, he's just trapped in it for eternity.
Well, that's how we wanted to go out, man. You either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
All right,
You mean
so
Tarek?
See yourself become the Tarek.
yeah, Alethra, you easily see Duran just like taking books off the bookshelf.
Well, I may have actually just not seen it because I was falling asleep.
Yeah.
Either way.
But there
But Iku and whoever else
Hey.
stays up absolutely is.
Watch those books.
Wait, am I still up? I don't know.
no, I'll say you
Yeah.
crashed as well.
All right, cool.
You see Iku say, "Are you sure you want to do that? This is quite. We are invading someone else's."
Look, the way I see it, the person who lived here is A, either dead because they died in that room, or B, a weirdo murderer and this is their murder library. So either way, I don't feel that bad about preserving ancient knowledge and allowing someone else to learn from it.
Would you really want someone to anger a weirdo murder person who has a weirdo murder library?
That's why we're on watch in case they come back.
Oh, okay. Well, what happens after we leave?
Who cares? We won't be here anymore.
They have a teleportation circle, though,
Yeah, that allows them to teleport to this murder library.
because that's the only magic they'll ever know.
Well, I mean, you can't wander around wondering what magic, what people know. There's wizards in the world. You can get killed by lightning anytime. I don't let it bother me.
I'm just saying they can probably find us very easily.
How would they find us?
Do you know anything about divination magic?
No. I think we both know the answer to that is no.
Well, some clerics, some spellcasters
Wizards.
are adept at finding objects and people.
Especially their own property.
Well, then we better make sure we sell this to someone else quickly then. First rule of the streets, Iku. I know you... Actually, I don't know anything about where you grew up, but where I grew up, one of the first rules when you get your hands on something is you gotta get quick turnover. Make sure somebody else is holding the bag, not you.
Says, right, and how fast do you think you're going to sell that from now?
Well, I mean, I don't know. Are there shops at Omu?
You actually hear a voice from behind you, and a voice say, "There are no shops within hundreds of miles of here."
Whoa, who was that?
You turn around and you see actually from the teleportation circle.
God damn it, who was on watch?
You.
You.
You weren't part of this conversation. What were you paying attention to?
Who showed up?
We don't know yet.
I'm going to tell you, because immediately you smell violets.
Oh.
That's a good smell, right?
You see Iku grab Duran by the shoulder and pull you, and you just, it's almost like a Saving Private Ryan moment of slow motion
Whoa.
of fear and terror as she's looking over. You see this beautiful high elf just standing like these.
Well, I don't see it's behind me.
Yeah, but everyone else sees like this beautiful high elf in like these long red and purple robes as she looks quite, not stunned, but kind of dismissive of everyone who's in her chambers. And it's kind of like this slow motion of, you see the high elf go, "Artus?" And you see Artus go, "Valindra?" And you see Iko grabbing Duran and flying out the front cave, yelling almost in slow-mo, "Lich!"
Oh.
Whoosh, whoosh.
We're gonna need to roll initiative now.
Oh boy.
Lich.
Wait, is the Lich undead?
20 on initiative.
Yes,
They
Lich is
certainly are.
very much the
20!
That's
Very
my
much so.
favorite enemy. What does that mean?
I also got a 20 on initiative.
Natural 20 and a 20.
What do favorite enemies mean?
Oh,
again?
you have 0 in
means
initiative.
I get-
0, yeah.
Wait, why'd you have advantage on it?
I didn't.
Oh.
That's not my die.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Do I look like I use blue dice?
No,
You accusing me of using
Do I
blue
look like
dice?
a blue
no,
dicer
that's
to
my
you?
die, actually.
Yeah, that's yours. I see.
All my dice are blue.
Oh, you have
Lefra, what did
disadvantage
you?
now.
Oh, I got to roll for everybody else as well. 3 NPCs.
I rolled only a 8. Is this been considered a long rest that we've had, or no?
No.
No.
Boy,
Yeah, it
I'm
was
not really
interrupted.
set up for combat here, but well,
Way to keep a watch on that door there, Franklin.
No, I think I only have 32 hit points.
I was keeping a watch on you, thank you very much.
I'm not the threat.
What was violence?
You know
again?
what I'm
Violence
gonna
is
do.
fear? No.
Oh my god, we're gonna die. We're
Possibly.
There's 7 of us.
Yeah. Artist knows this person.
Okay, I'll keep a
Yeah,
list of...
I'm
I'm kind of curious about that.
Oh, I'm super curious about this. Too bad I was asleep.
All right.
Or like not really awake. I don't know.
Alethra, what did you get?
Only an 8.
What do violets mean again? I can't remember.
Okay, you could
Violets mean ambush.
go in first.
Although,
followed by-
artists seem to know her.
Yeah, I'm very. Yeah. What was the name he said?
Valindra.
Valindra.
Lindra.
Second.
How do you know Lich?
Artist
Are you a lich?
Dragonbait. And goes Alethra. Finquin, what'd you get?
20.
Whoa, Finquin.
Yeah, that's right.
Damn, son.
I get to actually go before everyone kills everything.
You're feeling better. I didn't do anything last time either because
Well,
you
you-
told me not to.
Sorry, I'm gonna try.
I got a
I'm gonna use
12.
animal friendship on the bats.
Yeah, that's cute.
Roll 12.
I didn't realize I'd go so
Durant.
far back down the
25.
25.
Max initiative.
Still not going first.
Oh, my max initiative.
Durant.
Hoping that means Iku's going first.
It does mean Iku's going first.
And she's fast.
All right.
Does she just have max stats on everything?
She's pretty good. Iku grabs Duran. Do you want to resist the grapple attempt or not?
I have no idea what she's pulling me away from
She
because I didn't
turned-
even
she-
see the.
She turns you around, but you see like this beautiful high elven.
She said the word
I,
lich though.
I smile. I start to wave to the
But you-
beautiful elven lady as I'm
feel-
being yanked
You feel
away.
your feet give away.
Whoa!
As she's carrying you, so she's going half speed, but you're gonna go 90 feet out the door.
Jeez.
When Iku's this scared of something, it's usually a bad thing.
Durand, it's your turn.
Yeah, I'm not actively resisting her.
Yeah.
Okay, so I turn around to Iku and I'm like, "What are you doing?"
You see her. There's a lich in there. You see her like drop you off, and
That beautiful elf lady?
she's like, she's hiding something, and I can see it.
But artists seem to know her.
It doesn't matter. Do you want to do anything for your turn? You're 90 feet outside the door.
I'll take out my crossbow. I'll fly down so I can kind of like, so I have line of sight through the cave. I'm holding it ready, but not aiming. And I'm going to, if this Valindra attacks one of my companions, then I'll shoot her.
Right.
So I'm holding my action.
Finquin, you saw Iku grab Duran and fly out the door.
So she's not attacking anyone?
She hasn't gone yet.
She hasn't gotten it. She hasn't done anything
Oh,
yet. But
Artus knows her. So I'm going to. Can I like do a thing with my bonus action and hold my real action?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so I will cast the bear. I summon a bear spirit.
Yeah. You actually see that the Chewinga magic that you've been used to is actually suppressed here, and it actually becomes a bear spirit. The first time you've actually seen like the spirit of a bear visible.
Strange magic. And then I will hold my action. Do I have to say what I'm going to do?
you need to designate a trigger, and then you use your reaction to use the action.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to. Wild shape is an action, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I will. I'm going to wait and see if she does anything aggressive, and the minute she does, I'm going to transform into an animal, which I will name in a moment.
Well, it is her go next. Artist is going to have to give me a dexterity save.
Oh, so that's something aggressive then?
Oh, yes.
Okay, then I'm going to transform into... Where's my list of wild shape options?
Oh, he misses.
Artus, no!
1 second, I should have. Right, more dice for this as you see a green beam come out from her finger.
Oh,
Whoa, uh-oh.
disintegration. Oh, Artus could be dead right here.
Well, that's a lot of ones.
I think he's a higher level than we are. He's probably got more hit
Yeah,
points.
but a disintegration rate is like 10d6.
No, if you all roll all ones, it's not that much.
Well,
I'm just worried about me.
yeah.
How many times can she cast that?
That's pretty high level. That's like level 6, I think.
Oh, higher than that.
Level 7?
Oh my god, that is okay. That's definitely outside of our pay grade.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Tarek eventually got
There it
this,
is.
but it was
late
way
in the
down
game,
the line.
yeah.
It was way down the line.
66 force damage.
Oh, Jesus.
Woo! He's still okay.
Jesus.
Wow.
She says, "What are you doing here?"
After blasting him.
With the disintegrations, though?
So she's...
Well, you said force damage, though.
Yes.
Isn't I thought disintegration
Disintegration
was
is force, I believe.
Oh, is it? Okay, sorry. Never mind.
Yeah. It just turns you to ash if it like gets you to 0
Yeah,
hit
no
points, but
Yeah, you see the front of Artus's armor like kind of like disintegrate. You can actually see like his muscle and tendon mass underneath the skin. It does not look sexy. It looks he just reels out in pain. You actually see him for like again that ice
Ice veins in the
essence
eyes.
comes out of his eyes as he flashes his hand forward. You see his ring glow. And you see this wall of ice come up and surround the entrance to the door of Valendra.
Oh, wait. Did that trigger my action when she attacked him?
Yes, it would.
Also, I turned into an ape.
Yes.
So do I get an attack before he seals the door
Yes.
with ice? Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
She will have half cover on this one because you're shooting into a.
Okay, I'm going to spend my inspiration to get advantage.
Okay,
Well, I shouldn't have turned into an ape. I should have...
she's not next to anybody.
I'm an ape.
It's pretty good.
But that'll give me
It's
my
extra hit
sneak
points,
attack
man.
as well. So
But I
16
can't
plus
cast
5 is
spells.
21.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a little.
Okay, so that's 7 on
Not
the
that I have any
sneak
great
attack.
spells right now.
Oh, wait.
You're also a winged ape.
It's D8 for my
Oh,
crossbow.
Funky.
You are a winged ape.
Short crossbow or actual or light crossbow?
It's a light.
is it a hand crossbow or is it a...
Light crossbow is a D8. Yeah.
It's not
Yeah,
a-
yeah. So yeah, it's
Oh, light
what
crossbow is
it's a light
D8,
crossbow.
yeah.
it's what I gave Durand with
Yeah.
my starter equipment.
Okay, so 5 plus 7 is 12. Plus 3 is 15 piercing.
Nice.
15 piercing. You see it sink right into her neck, and you actually just see her casually just pull up the air and go,
Oh.
and drops it.
And
to
then the
ground.
wall appears.
And then you see the wall of ice just this comes up.
Yeah.
And he says, and Artus just holding his chest saying, "I don't know how long that's going to hold her, but we have to run right now."
Okay.
As he flies out
Oh, Jesus.
the door.
All right.
Dragonbait, you now smell. Let's see. Where's his Violet still?
He's horrified. He's scared.
Yeah.
Violence is scared. Write that down.
Okay.
Dragonbait flies out as well. Alethra, your go.
Yeah, I'll move and.
I assume everyone's dashing out.
Yes. I will move 60 feet out, and I'll have my I guess my bow out in case she can fly.
All right, Ro.
Can I see her through the ice still? Like, okay.
You can see the outline of her, but you wouldn't be able to target her for
All
anything.
right. I wouldn't be able to use like my hunter sense.
Unfortunately, no.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. Just run. If I get close enough to Artus, I'll use a cure wounds on him.
Okay. It is.
Well, if you want to move and dash, then use.
Yeah.
that's
Oh,
true.
right. Yeah,
You'd only move
that's
30
action.
feet with
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
You
Okay.
can if you want.
No, I'm double moving. Yeah.
All right. Iku's going to hold her action and get ready to assist anyone who needs it. Durand, you see a giant wall of ice have come around and sealed off.
And your companions are flying out of there.
Yeah.
Well, crap. Let's beat feet. Yeah, I'm gonna. They're fleeing. I'm gonna turn around and fly away. I'll fly and I'll dash as a bonus action, and then I'll turn around and I'll hold my crossbow ready. If she comes out of the cave, I will shoot at her again.
All right. She is going to try and dispel magic on the wall of ice. She does as you begin to hear ice crumble and just collapse down
God.
Yeah.
to
Run.
the ground. Artus is going to dash and have Dragonbait by his side the entire time as they both dash.
Yep.
Alethra, it is your go.
Yeah, I will continue to fly like a bat out of hell. I will move and dash. At the end of my... I don't know if I can do that.
You're flying into the night sky, by the way.
Yeah,
the moon is up now.
Right. Yeah, I'll just fly and dash.
Okay. Iku is going to fly over to Artus and do some cure wounds. It's 4, 8, 13, and 18 points of healing, which is not much considering
How much he just took.
he just took. Duran, it is your go.
All right. I will hold my position like about 80 feet away from the mouth of the cave, waiting for like everyone else to get past me, and I'll keep my crossbow trained on the mouth of the cave, holding my action to shoot her as she appears.
Yep. Finquin, you are go.
Okay, so I'm as a flying monkey. I hit my chest and then take off into the air and super fly as fast as possible away from
Full
the...
60 feet.
Yeah.
Duran, you see this high elven woman show up at the doorway.
Shoot.
Give it up.
Critical one. Swang.
You're kind of terrified by this. You've had this feeling of terror. It's like, oh, she's beautiful and apparently deadly AF.
Mm-hmm.
1 second. I have to see what the range on some spells are.
Oh, Jesus.
Because I had a 95% chance that she wasn't going to come back, and then I rolled 100.
Oh, wow.
Yay!
Just for luck.
Well,
That's the roll.
we're the exception to the rule, everybody.
We're not the rule. We're the exception.
Oh, out of range for that, so it's on to the other one then.
Which bad news is it, everybody? Find out shortly.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, Jesus. I get advantage against wisdom saving throws against undead.
Nice.
Because it was my favorite enemy.
You see, she raises up a finger and she says, "The ring will be mine, Artus." As she fires off, you see this black necrotic bolt come out of her finger, and Artus has to give a dexterity save. Plus, that is just short.
Am I?
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Is he old personing?
Nope.
No, necrotic. It's that's another.
Oh, that's a lot of ones though. 2, 4, 7.
Oh, Artus is going down.
He's okay. Oh, that's still low. That's 11, 15,
Heal better.
20, 25, plus 30 is 55. He has 3 hit points left.
Oh, Jesus.
Whoa.
As he gets hit by Finger of Death.
Oh,
Oh, yep.
Whew, thank you, Iku, for saving my honey.
Artus just like coughs up, like you can see his flesh has turned blue and begins to necrotize almost immediately as he continues to fly forward. You're all going to be out of range, and she's not going to pursue. So I would say combat will end there.
Oh my gosh.
That was intense.
Whew. Once again, we flee from a scary lady.
I fly up next to the badly wounded artist, and I'm like,
He
"Whoa,
looks
so
awful.
ex-girlfriend?
Yeah, she really wanted a proposal.
Say, no, I thought she was dead.
How do you know that terrifyingly beautiful lady?"
We've encountered each other a long time ago. There's some things that I think I need to tell you in the morning when we get a chance to rest.
Yeah, I guess we gotta find someplace else to finish our sleep.
Yeah. So the ring she was talking about is the one you have on your hand right now.
And you said you seem like kind of coughing, like it's kind of like black oily tar just comes out of his mouth.
Oh God! I hand him a healing
Oh,
potion.
you mess with the lich. I hand him one of my healing potions as well.
You can also just cast a free cure wounds.
Yeah.
I wanted to use a spell slot.
No, you get your free use of it.
Yeah, I'll call him...
It'll be a magic initiative.
Oh yeah, magic initiative. I get a free use of cure wounds, so I'm going to use that.
Kiku's going to heal him up a little. No, that was 1s and 2s.
I can cast...
You get 1d8, basically.
Yeah. Plus my
Your
modifier,
wisdom.
right? My
Yeah.
wisdom.
I'll cast a second level...
Nope. Minimum.
Second level cure wounds on him as well.
Okay.
So that's 2d8.
Okay.
Roll me up 2d8 plus your casting modifier.
Yeah, which is...
Or
Is that
Artus.
per? Is that per
You get 1 per long rest.
long rest? Okay.
Yeah, you get 1 free cure wound.
Yeah. I'll have to mark it down. Next
So that's
time.
8.
I'm making sheets.
And my spellcasting modifier is Wisdom.
Yeah.
Plus 4.
Sweet.
So 12.
Nice.
She's up to 29.
You can take
One good
hits.
hit.
Yeah, you can take 1 good hit from a regular animal.
Yeah.
So, who wants to do the survival check to try and find a place to camp for the night?
Oh, that's probably me, I think. Is it? Survival plus 4?
Druid and Ranger, team it up.
Yeah, I'm actually not trained in.
I'm not
survival.
trained
You're trained in
either.
survival?
You're trained in survival. Oh, no?
I'm trained in stealth. I use stealth instead of survival.
Iku can do it.
You can
Okay.
do it. Give her
You guys
some
are
guidance.
terrible guides.
Guidance,
I think we
yeah.
have another guide to guide us.
Iku can get a
Well, that was my offset, right? I can just throw guidance on everything. So,
Iku's gonna need it. She
Yeah.
did not roll well.
oh, here it is. Okay. Yeah. Boom. 3.
3, just barely 15.
Okay.
She motions. She suggests that they stay in the canopy of the trees tonight. As you guys come in, she's like, no fires, no sign, like no obvious things tonight. She's like, I have abilities to see through illusions, and that undead monstrosity walked in on us. I know a lich when I see one.
Well, thank you, Iku.
Once again, Iku, I owe you my life.
She said, well, Artus, are you okay? And he says, if Valendra is a lich, then this is surely bad omens.
Wait, she wasn't a lich when you guys were dating?
No, we never dated. We just were associates.
That's not the vibe I was getting up there.
No, she seeks something that I contain, that I hold possession
Yeah, I
of.
bet she does.
Well, he said he would tell us in the
clean.
morning. So why don't we get some sleep now? Who
I'm
wants
curious
who
now.
wants to take first watch?
You see, Artus said, well, I should tell you. I should tell you right away. There are many people and things and organizations looking for me. I hold on to something called the Ring of Winter.
Why know what
Oh,
that is?
that's where you get
Would I
all
know
these
that through,
icy
like-
powers from?
Did I know that through like bounty hunting?
History? Yeah, history or Arcana. Yeah.
History Arcana?
History for us.
Okay.
Actually, because you're a bounty hunter, advantage on your history.
Advantage? All right.
I only got 12 on that. 13 on that.
Oh, yeah. Crit 20. 23 plus my history
Oh man!
is
As
24.
soon as he says "Ring of Winter,"
Yeah.
you know the bounty's out on this guy.
Rose starts actually kind of chuckling to herself.
Like the Zents are looking for him.
Yeah.
The Harpers are looking for him. The Thayans are looking for him. Anybody who knows about the ring, like Frost, like many factions of giants are looking for him.
Yeah.
Frost giants in particular believe that the ring brings on their god to come into power. He is a sought after man for a ring that can cause eternal winter across the globe.
Oh, that was his temporary effect.
So yeah, I haven't said any of this out loud. I just started laughing kind of like not maniacally, but just like nervously and with that nervous energy. And I just shake my head, rub my eyes, and looking kind of wide-eyed at Artus, you don't keep much of a low profile for considering how dangerous an item you have on you.
Well, that's why I've been in the jungle for the most part.
You were here hiding?
Hiding and searching. I've been trying to find my wife.
Oh, your wife?
Oh, Durand is like, kid.
Yeah, that's all I say. I'm waiting for a response.
You see, he says, I may not look it, but I'm probably as old as Iku or as old as Valendra is. The ring gives you eternal life.
Oh. Wife?
Yeah, she
Eternal wife? What was that?
she is my wife for all eternity. I'm trying to find a way to bring Mesro back so that she may return.
Your wife was in Mesro when it disappeared.
Yes, my wife Alessandra.
Oh.
You actually have notes on Alessandra.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. way back.
Oh my gosh.
I believe she will be considered one of the beret.
Oh, holy fuck.
What was the beret?
Yeah, oh, I do? Oh my god, she is in my notes. She was one of the berets with Raznisi. The berets were the 7 swarm protectors of Mesro.
Oh, okay.
Along with Kualu Dalmas Ray Burton, Alessandra Ray Burton also. So that was the last name. They were siblings.
Mm-hmm.
If I recall correctly, Maniv Fipia and Raz Nisi was the final beret. That was. She was one of the berets with Raz Nisi.
Yeah, she was. In fact, she assumed control of the beret after Raznisi fell and rejected redemption. I was there when the battle at Mesro happened, and I've been trying to get them back ever since.
I had no idea.
So you're like over 100 years old?
He's over 300 years old, Durand.
Whoa, that's a lot.
I've known Valindra from hundreds of years ago when she was just a moon elf studying of the Arcane Brotherhood. But the last I heard is that there was a cataclysmic explosion when she was in Thay, and I guess she has lichified herself or thrown in with the Thayans, maybe. I thought she had died hundreds of years ago.
The Thayans are an awful threat on the Sword Coast.
Says,
So we have an alliance for now.
Well, if what you say of the Soulmonger is true, the Thayans probably are suffering the most from the Soulmonger.
So wait, is your wife immortal too?
As long as she stays inside Mesro, then yes.
Whoa, crazy long distance relationship.
I'm trying to make the distance shorter and shorter.
Oh, God, drink your potions, man.
Well, thank you for telling us, Artus. I hope you find your wife. I hope we can help you find your wife.
What's a beret, anyway?
What was it? Guardian of Mesro. That was their title.
They got special powers inside the city.
I thought it was a funny, flat-looking hat.
It's a hominin.
He says, I apologize for putting you in danger. I shouldn't have stuck my neck out. I shouldn't have gone along on this quest.
I have to disagree with you there, Artus. If you hadn't been there, we wouldn't have been able to escape.
Yes, and you also would not have what I imagined is Valindra is a very shrewd and calculating arcane practitioner. I imagine she's contemplating a plan to pursue us right now, but she will take her time. She knows she can take her time with me. I'm not going anywhere soon.
Well, at least we know what's coming after us now, and hopefully we'll still have these wings if she does.
Says the one bonus is that the ring does make me immune to any divination or scrying magic. She won't find me, but she'll definitely be looking for the rest of you, I think.
She'll be able to track us through those. Well, actually, I don't know that, but never mind.
So nobody saw.
Iku turns away and slaps you in the shoulder.
Ow! What was that for?
So you have to get rid of those books.
But they're so valuable.
What's worth more, money or having your eternal soul ripped slowly out of your body?
I pat Durand on the shoulder. Don't worry, buddy. There are other priceless
You mean
objects.
not having that happen, right?
Yes.
Come on. Oh.
That's the best case scenario.
But you have books, Durand?
Yeah, I took some of the most expensive looking books. I thought we could sell them when we get back to town.
There are other priceless things you can get your hands on. So now, this is our life. This is our lives we're talking about.
Oh, I pull one out of the bag. I'm like, did you already read this one?
In fact, you have already read that one.
Yes,
Did you read this one?
Have I read that one?
Yes, you actually...
Pull the third one. Did you read this one?
All three of the ones you've previously read.
I think I've extracted all the possible value out of them, correct?
Yep.
So you don't need these
right.
anymore?
I guess not.
All right, Durand puts them in the sack that he had them in, twirls it around his head, and flings it into the jungle.
You hear just kind of like branches breaking. hear,
Wait, can you?
Damn, I think I
can
hit
you
something.
summon animals yet?
No, not yet. Level 5.
I was gonna. All right.
you see Artus say, well, it's rest up for now and we have to discuss tomorrow because it may be safer if I part ways with the group.
No.
And we're going to call it there.
Ooh.
Dragon face.
Okay, but Dragonbait stays with us.
Yeah.